Dear Diary, alright. Today gets 4 out of 5 hearts. Arch took a little look-see in our boy Frederick's room, confirming he was indeed who we were looking for. Mooney and myself set a trap for him while Archie and Trog combed the streets for leads. I hope they didn't bond and that it really stuck with them. Ultimately, Mooney and my plan worked. We titled Freddy up in our room and later Archie asked a few questions. Trog watched. That turned a bit messy, but we got a lead in our employer's stolen box. The rich slob couldn't tell us much about the buyers, only that they were Setsorma, inhabitants to the east of us and outside the bounds of the Empire. He also gave us a location of the buy, the Red Herring. We found ourselves 200 gold richer, and Frederick's body is currently stinking up the inside of our vessel. I'll have to dispose of him properly soon. Now we're on our way to the Red Herring. Hoping to find a new lead. How am I doing? I think I'm alright. Still miss Val. Arch is holding me accountable, which is new to me. Still getting the hang of it, considering talking to that alchemist to get back to Cusa. Maybe there's something you can prescribe to help with the urge. Can't forget about helping that kid, maybe. Until next time, Diary. XOXO, kid.
Yeah, you guys are just still in the blue moon.
All right. Well,
Heading over to the Red Herring?
yeah,
Red
I
Herring?
think
Red Herring?
that would probably be our best course of action. Head over there, see if we can't see what we can find. Maybe we can still catch that group from Setsorma before they head off down the road.
Well, just remember, whatever ends up happening, Trog, we've already discussed this. You're gonna be our spokesperson.
Oh, don't
No
you
pressure.
worry. I'm the top frog.
All right,
Now I guess we can head over there.
I'd like to make one more look around the room and make sure that it's not too obvious that I slit a fat noble boy's throat.
Yeah, like I said at the end of last session, most of the blood that came out ended up going in his chest anyway. There's a few small splatters, nothing that would obviously point to you having just slit somebody's throat.
All right, so
There's a lot of stains in the floor already.
all right. Nothing that nobody's going to be like, there's fucking a murder happened in here.
Right. And you get the feeling
I
that the tavern owner isn't necessarily the brightest guy either. So.
All right.
I want to do a quick search through Frederick's room, too, to make sure we didn't leave anything in there.
Yeah, you can do that. Nothing. He didn't really seem like he took anything out of his chest. So anything that he would have had with him, would have been in there.
Did he have a key on his person?
You didn't search him.
Oh, well, we can worry about that later.
Yeah. Oh, I think we should probably bugger off. What are we going to do about this here chest?
Leave it for now. No one's coming in the room.
Oh, are we just gonna stay in this room? We're not gonna, or are we just gonna say fuck it? If we have to run off after these people, we'll never come back to this shithole town.
Well, I can put the chest in the vessel, but I only have one more chance to get back in there, and I'd rather save it for later.
Yeah, I'd rather save it as well. Why don't we just take it with us? Well, now because we don't have a car. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just lock the door.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to want to break into our room? I mean, look at us. We're a bunch of scary guys. Look at the furry guy. I mean, you can smell him all the way over here.
What about the barkeep? Do we have to worry about him?
Well, I don't think he's going to say anything anytime soon. He doesn't seem like the sharpest crayon in the box, if you know what I'm saying. However, money is always an option.
Excuse me. No, I don't understand.
Not the sharpest sword in the scabbard. arrow in the quiver.
Well, just a thought. Trog, are you able to summon that creature of yours whenever you want, or how does that work? Is that
Oh, yeah, my super secret friend. Yeah, I mean,
yeah?
he can come around every now and then, but remember he's got a bedtime that he's only allowed to be
All right.
around for an hour. Then he's got to go to bed. He's a
But
sleepy
he occupies a space, right? Like, just a thought. Can we put a blanket or something over him and pretend that he's Frederick? We can walk him outside. That way, the bartender sees that he leaves with us, and then if he doesn't come back, he doesn't come back. But as of right now, the last time anyone other than us has seen him, it's been up the stairs with us. But if he comes out with us, then he can go anywhere. No one's going to think anything.
So I like you thinking. I've just I've never really seen my super secret buddy guy, so I don't know how where he is on the vertical chain. I don't know if it's really that size, and if he's like round or small. He could be like a big guy like this guy over here.
No, that's not something you can control.
I never really asked him. I mean,
it was just a thought. I mean, we can go back doing what we were doing anyway, and
let's why don't we give that a try? Let me call over to him. 1 second. He's here.
All right. Well, that was
I'm gonna grab a bed sheet. I'm gonna grab a bed sheet and where is he? I'm just gonna try to.
yeet.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's right there.
What does he look like? What does the outline look like in the bed sheet?
Am I describing it?
Yeah.
Or?
Have you seen a Charlie Brown Halloween?
Yeah.
Just Charlie Brown. It's just Charlie Brown as a ghost.
Okay,
Does
so
it
do
in
I
any
have to
way-
do a check? Should I do a check?
Oh no, it's the ghost.
Do I see this ghost and I'm like, what the fuck?
Catch these hands.
That's up to you.
It's a corrupted spirit from your forest.
You do see it. You're in the same room.
I'm rolling.
Oh no!
I don't think Mooney's been around any of the unseen servants.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
true.
It's on site.
That's a 10.
A 10. What's good? Did you roll perception?
Yeah.
I would say it does freak you out. So you haven't had any experience with the unseen servant before from the last time that Trog had used it. And now all of a sudden there's just this big floating white bed sheet. Well, it's kind of, an off brown bed sheet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Think of the
It was
water
white.
boy scene.
Maybe.
Yeah.
As soon as I can see the sheet is kind of moving on its own, I immediately just drop whatever, if I'm holding anything, scream, and just run into Frederick's room.
Okay.
And I'm
You
just
scream and you're in the fetish room.
and I'm just like hiding by the bed.
What's his problem, eh?
What is that?
My super secret spy friend. I've talked about him before. He never pays rent. Fucking bastard.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen him either, so it's you and I in the same boat.
He ain't gonna hurt you, Mooney, if that's what you're worried about. And he's only gonna be with us until we get outside.
Sometimes
Okay,
he likes to go and smack the inside of your legs, but that's about it.
He's not one of those ghosts.
No, not at all. He's a friend.
Not friend.
Okay.
Like weird. But so does the dimensions? Are they close enough to Frederick's that at the right angle it looks like it could be him? Like if the rest of us were surrounding him or at angles, if at a distance would someone be like, oh, that's just if we told someone, hey, this is our buddy Frederick, and then we walk out with him, do we think we can get away with it? Or is it so different?
I mean, it's quite a bit skinnier and shorter. and it's hovering a little bit. It doesn't like walk like a person.
Well, if we have the sheet all the way down to the floor, then if it's hovering, that won't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll just look like a person walking.
Yeah, it is quite a bit skinnier than Frederick was.
We'll do a quick walk
We can
out.
have it hold some of the pillows so then he looks a little bit fluffier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Have him hold.
Right, we can stuff him under there. Make him look a little portly.
This is the most planning you guys have done for anything in this entire game.
Well, we committed murder. Okay, you gotta. All right, then we'll walk out with them. Trog, I'm terrible at lying. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Arch, you're pretty good, but Trog, if you just on the way out, just say something like, "All right, we're taking Frederick out for a night on the town," and then we'll go with them. When we come back, we'll be like, "Yeah, he decided just to
Die in a
head off."
fucking ditch. No.
Yeah, or we'll just tell him that he's leaving town, and then we're just gonna escort him out or something. I don't know. It's your thing. Like I said, I'm terrible at it, but
Yeah, I got a plan. Don't worry.
all right. And with that, I'm gonna start heading out.
All right. Are you all heading outside?
Right, I think we should all head. We're going to the Red Herring, right?
Important to say too that because I want us to say this before we get out there. Magic is not allowed here. All right. So whenever we get back outside and we remove the coat or the sheet, no one can see what's going on because if they do, then we're going to get ourselves into. So just keep that in mind.
Right. We should probably go to an alleyway or something if we're gonna be taking the old cover off.
All right. And now I'm going to go.
So when we get down into like the tavern area, but guys, this is my buddy Frederick. We're taking him out. It's the bachelor party weekend. We got him covered. He's no idea where he's going. Get the train going. Let's go, guys. And then I'm pushing everyone out.
There's nobody in the tavern. You just said that to an empty room.
Is the barkeep around at least?
No. Can't see him anyway. Not in the common area.
It's just a fucking empty bar.
Well, we're just gonna have a bed sheet. All right. So there's no one. There's no one in the bar. If that's the case, I'm just gonna pull the sheet off and put it in my bag. So now it's just an unseen. Now he's just invisible.
Yeah, there's the. I mean, you can't see where the barkeep is, but it's not in, like the common area.
All right. Well, that was fucking pointless. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go.
Right, you guys are out in the street.
We didn't get directions from Frederick as to where this place is.
I don't like the look in Ian's eyes.
Are you asking me?
I think we just slit his throat. Did we get directions to the Red Herring?
I'm pretty sure we never asked for directions, but...
All right. I'd like to stop.
We'll ask this person here.
Yep.
First person on the street.
This nice person over here.
Is there a nice lady walking towards us here? I want to say hello to her.
There's several nice ladies of varying shapes and sizes.
Nice lady. Here, come here. How you doing? My name's Frog the Frog. Hey, I don't know if there's like some other place besides this place behind us. I heard it's called the Red Herring, I believe. I heard it's a great place, wonderful place. They got the best drinks in town. No other drinks are better than them, but we should go there together if you give me some directions here. What do you say?
God, you're hitting on her. Well, I will let you say, as soon as you say the Red Herring, she looks at you a bit strangely and says, basically, like, just makes up excuses and tries to, like, leave. Like, oh, no, sorry, I can't go. I'm a little bit busy, Mr. Frog.
Mr. Frog's my dad. We don't talk about him. My name's Frog. Now, look at me. We don't know who together, but I just, you got to tell me where this place is at. What do you say? I could play you a little ditty. I could play you a little song. I'm really good at these little songs. I got the best. I got the best voice in the world.
It's true.
Do what he said.
Put a tear to your eye.
All right, song first, and then directions.
Get ready. Brace yourself. There you go. A little song. What do you say?
Performance check. Persuasion check.
Performance.
Let the man roll.
Good luck.
20.
It's in the back of the market. It's a bit of a rough area. I can't tell you exactly where it is. A lady like me would never go there.
Well, I appreciate the information. You're a wonderful lady. You got wonderful locks of hair. You don't got a butterface like some of the other broads I see around walking here. You just chef's kiss. Let's if I'm ever back in town, just hit me up. Trog the frog, probably the only frog you ever see. Let's all right, see you.
That was amazing. If you can approach every interaction just like that, I think that we're golden.
Yeah,
Turn to Arch. I feel very, very good about our decision.
Right, I think he's going to do very well.
We're going to go to the market.
This little piggy went to market.
Yeah, so you guys, Archie and Trog know where the market is because they had been there just not too long ago, where they came from. So you guys head to the market. Sort of, it's only been like an hour, so it's exactly the same as you remember it. Plenty of stalls. People, once Trog comes back in, people start clapping for him again. They remember his amazing bagpipe performance.
Right, I was going to say I'd like to make sure to avoid the stand that I happen to steal me pimp chain from.
Sure, you guys can make sort of a berth around it. Don't have to walk directly by it.
All right.
I'm gonna look over at Mooney as everyone's clapping and just shrug and be like, "Well, it sounds like we got the shit job. I don't know what they did."
I don't know. I prefer not to be seen anyway. This isn't helping.
People are staring at you since you're a giant, half-naked furry monster. You're copping a few stares.
They're just looking at the signs behind you. I wouldn't be too self-conscious about it. Plus, you're a good-looking guy.
Can I roll on that? Do I
roll me
believe
a perception? Roll me an insight. Sorry.
Am I rolling for deception then?
You can do it. You can do a contest. Yeah, do a contested roll. Deception and insight.
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage. I rolled
13.
First one was an 18, but I wasn't lying very persuasively.
I've got a 13.
Dude, I don't know. You don't believe him.
Your coat, it looks good. I don't know. Nice hair.
No thanks.
Machine.
No thank you.
But you guys can move through the market. You can sort of go towards the back of the market, and there's several alleyways leading back. It's almost like not like a shanty town, but it's sort of like the backstage where there's, goods coming to and from the market. It's just sort of like a more rundown area where, people live, but it's placed behind the market. It's mostly just narrow alleyways and such.
Right, well, is there any signage for something that says the Red Herring?
Yes, you do. You explore the alleyways. Sort of the back alleys behind the market. You do come across a swinging sign in front of an unassuming door that says the Red Herring on it. In front of this door, there is a very large man, dark skin, bald, pretty much covered head to toe in tattoos. Sort of just standing next to the door with his arms crossed.
Do Jesse and I see anything in thieves' camp while we're either walking through the market or through this through the way, anything on the facade of the building or any of the tattoos on this guy, anything that we can make out.
No, you notice.
Just gonna look over at Trog. Just treat him just like you did the woman. It'll be great.
Hey there, my guy. Listen, hey, I just gotta say that the shine that you got on your head, the tattoos, I mean, just chef's kiss, you just got the look. I love it. I love it. You just keep doing you. I gotta say, I got a tattoo too. I'm gonna start to turn around and like pull down. I got like this little handprint on my backside here. We're pretty similar, you know, and you know, the thing about us being similar, I love to go in this place. I've heard just wonderful things. They got, you know, this guy told me you got the best drinks in town. You know, what do you say? Just a little, you know, a little bit of fun. What do you say? I could play you a song, if you know.
It'll
I could play.
bring a tear to your eye.
He sort of.
He's not even the bouncer.
sort of-
He's just some guy hanging out.
Damn, I wish I would have done that now. He looks at you sort of suspiciously, and doesn't say anything actually. Just looking at you.
Out of character, is it a tramp stamp that you have?
No, it sounds like a handprint on his ass.
It's like a tank. Yeah.
Just whack.
I want to know more about that. I'm filing this away mentally for later. I have so many questions.
The name Leroy is signed next to it.
See, this is why you guys don't get any battle maps, because the entire session's talking about frog titties and hands and tramp stamps. But guy's sort of standing there with his arms crossed, sort of sizing you guys up a bit.
I'm gonna like, since I'm assuming he's a fairly tall individual, I'm just gonna kind of like go and just like tap his weenus, you know, like that right there. Just tap his weenus, be like, "All right, there, buddy. Oh, we'll see you." And I'm just gonna try to walk in.
He moves himself in front of the door as you try to walk in.
Oh.
What do we got to do to get in, my guy? I mean, not really talking too much. You know, the way conversations work, kind of, you know, like I speak and then you speak. I know I speak a lot, but you got to speak a little bit. You know, give me some feedback. I like to hear your voice. I heard it's wonderful. I think you got the voice of an angel. You just the look of your face. It definitely your vocal pipes. When you talk, it's gonna be like heaven, like they say.
I suspect it's going to be very similar to the woman's voice that you just spoke to. There's going to be some similarity.
I wish I could have any like consistency in the voices I do. The other guy who sort of looked down at you again, eyes are so sort of narrowed as he's, you know, he's kind of keeping you all in his field of vision. Says, "What business do you have here?"
Well, you see, I mentioned a couple pieces of information already. One, you know, we're here for like a little bit of a bachelor party. We're just trying to, you know, go around, you know, maybe have a couple drinks here, have a little bit of fun. You know, as I said, I'm like this amazing like performer. I mean, I can play you a little song to give you a little bit of a, you know, pretense to my skill, and then, you know, maybe I can even play a little bit here for you guys. You know, maybe bring in a little bit better crowd. I mean, you guys are kind of like in a little bit of an alley. I don't really know if you know, you guys get that much business, but I mean, hey, I could be like a good little thing for you. Go and bring in a bunch of people, get you a little bit more money. You know, just a couple ideas that I got here for you. Beautiful.
Piss off. You don't belong here.
Well, why do you say that?
If you don't have any business here, then you don't belong here.
Before things get a little bit too carried away, I'm gonna ask this guy his name. What's your name there, fella?
You don't need to know my name.
Well, my guy, I'm gonna suggest, and I'm casting suggestion now. I'm gonna suggest that you let us in.
Okay. What is the DC of that?
13.
13. This guy is not very bright, so let's see. Natural 17.
Does he know that you just tried to cast something on him?
Yes, he does. As soon as you do that, the spell fails to take hold, and almost before you can even see it, he has in his hand, both his hands, these two curved daggers. Says,
Whoa.
if you try that again, you won't have any hands to cast from.
All right, we're just trying to get some business done. I mean, like, if you just, I'm gonna pass him. I'm just gonna write out Thieves' Cant. Our business is our own, and pass it over to him.
Can I take a look around? Is there anyone else just like staring at us? Like, can I feel? Oh shit, this is gonna be bigger if we don't like get out of here.
There's no like passerbys or anything. For the most part, it's just you five standing in the alley. Four,
Okay.
five, no, five. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, and you gave him the letter. Yeah, he'll read the letter, and then he'll just say, "Who sent you?"
I mean, if we just told every person we interacted with who we were working for, we wouldn't be very good at our jobs, would we? I mean, you understand that?
You're right. But if I didn't find out who you're working for, I wouldn't be very good at my job either.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. We're here for our own reasons. We don't really work for anybody. We're looking into something for a friend, and I just need to gather some information about an individual who may or may not have been here about an hour or two ago. So, just need to stop in, talk to some people, and piss off. Yeah?
Who is this friend?
Who's the friend that we're checking into something for? Here's a friend.
Who is this friend?
You know what? His name is fucking Frederick. He's a fat noble
He was
cunt. He was
just in here.
The guy's got like a butterface. You may have recognized him. Actually, Archie, you're really good at describing this guy. You should describe this guy to this guy.
Right. Fuck you. He's a short. Yeah, well, he's not short. He's taller than me, but he's shorter than you. He's kind of like the middle of us, like, because I'm just a wee fella and you're pretty substantially tall gentleman. He's a fat fucking slobby cunt. He's got short sandy hair. Kind of looks like he would smell like potato chips and weed. He was in here, I believe, last night.
This weed you speak of.
Long story short, there was a deal that went on here last night. The people that he made the deal with weren't entirely upfront with everything that they were giving him, and we're just trying to get a little bit more information.
Yes, I do remember that noble boy. Our business with him is finished. If he has problems, he can come visit us personally.
Do you got a fucking mouse in your pocket there, mate? Who is this us that we speak of?
Do you know who it is you're attempting to contact right now?
Really, to be completely honest with you, no, we don't. We just know that you're a group from Setsorma, and you may or may not have ripped off a friend of ours, and we just would like to talk to you. We're not trying to get into any trouble. Said everybody who's ever trying to get into trouble.
Well, as I said, our business with him is completed. We have no business with you. So I'd advise you to move along.
Right.
Before things get more unpleasant than they already have.
So is it money that you need? Like, how does one gain entry to this place? I'm a little bit confused here.
Right, because we're some pretty accomplished thieves if you're looking for somebody for work.
Well, if you're looking to buy or sell things, then perhaps we could make some business arrangements.
What kind of things do you like to buy and sell?
Oh, various things. Anything of value.
Anything of value, you say? Well, I gotta pull out my bagpipes. I got this thing. You've probably never seen these things before. You know, and the cool thing is I could even play this and play a little ditty.
I do kind of make it so like bagpipes just. I'm honestly just gonna make that like a unique instrument to you. Like they just don't exist anywhere else in the world. These things have no value to us. Whatever
All right. Well,
this thing is.
Right, I'm gonna pull out the necklace that I stole earlier. I said, "How about jewelry and the like?" I'm gonna kind of show it. Is more where this came from.
Now this is something we can discuss.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice gold chain. We can even, I mean, we can look into getting you guys some tracksuits too if that's what you're interested in. I mean,
but I don't know if we'd be so interested in selling anything unless we could have some guarantees that we would be getting what would be promised to us. How do you guys? I don't know. I mean, how do you ensure that buyers and sellers are getting their end of the deal? Because so far, with what we heard from our buddy Frederick, that's not what happens here.
That is not for me to decide. I just watch the door.
All right. So there is someone there that we can speak to about this, is what you're telling me.
Not in this location.
Where do we need to go?
let me guess. It's gonna be like some other place called like the Violet Salamander, right?
It's just a never-ending chain of taverns. The ultimate fetch quest.
What? Our princess is in another castle? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
Well, my problem here is because as it stands right now, all we really know about you guys is that you are not very good at getting your buyers and sellers. Well, your buyers maybe, but the people that are promised money are not getting what they're promised. And if we're going to give anybody anything, we need to know that we're going to get our fair share. Otherwise, and as my friend and I, we're pretty well accomplished. People know us, and I don't know if you want us going around telling people that you guys don't held up your end. So who can we talk to get this cleared up?
The guy will consider you and said, "There's a group of associates returning to Setsorma tomorrow. You can give a message to them to deliver." And he'll sort of stand aside and leave the door unblocked.
This group of associates, I'm assuming they're the same ones that our friend had met with, so they're going to know what we're talking to them about? Or are they just carrying the message to people who've already gone?
They may know of the fat noble boy, yes.
Well, that was it. That's all we fucking wanted, friend. I mean, why going through this song and dance? But I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. We're going to go in.
What do these before we go too far? Like, what do these guys look like? How are we gonna know that these are the guys we want? Do they got like like a big thing on their forehead that said "Find me," or I mean, give me a little description.
They're the only people in there.
The only people that are in there? Oh, okay, that's what you say. We appreciate all the help, Mr. Clean's brother. We're gonna head inside.
He just scowls at you.
All right. Yeah, we're going to go in.
Okay, so you guys enter into the Red Herring. It's this sort of open floor plan tavern. There's a very large hearth in the center. You can sort of see off to the right is the bar. Off to the left, there's another kind of room, doors closed. I mean, you can see what it is from the map, but your characters don't know what it is yet because the door's closed.
Wow. Arch.
Not many people inside.
This,
Just you can see the four people around the hearth are all you see.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned it to you before, but this actually is a very similar kind of set up to what the inside of my vessel, with the feet on the ground and the pillows and everything. It's very exotic.
Right. So it's kind of like a hookah bar.
Yeah, it's very much like that. I'll have to.
Yeah. This reminds me
I
of
use
like,
that because on the tables there are several water pipes. They use for the shisha and such.
What it,
Oh.
Trog, what does it remind you of?
it kind of reminds me of like a shag room, like where you go and you do like orgies and stuff like that. So
Oh, yes, like my home.
Right. Oh, Moody.
We can discuss this more in depth. Never.
Because you're all filled up.
All right.
Fuck yeah, no.
Trog, it was really weird at the door there. We're gonna give that one to you because I think we all would have had a hard time anyway. You got this.
I probably would have stabbed him the first time he drew his swords on me. So, good on you, mate. I'd like to wander up to the bar.
By the way, did he say they're coming tomorrow? So we're just kind of like hanging out here until they show up.
No, he said that
they're leaving
the people are leaving tomorrow to go back.
Oh, leaving. Okay.
okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought they were arriving. Okay.
No. So this group is leaving.
Gotcha. Okay.
Arch, you're going to the bar? I'm
going to the bar. I would like a beverage.
Well, as you walk to the bar, the people surrounding the hearth sort of stop you. And they're like, what are you doing here?
Right. So, your buddy at the front door sent us in here. He said that there's a group of people heading back to Setsorma tomorrow. No, I was just getting a cup of beverage. I imagine you have some kind of like a hot tea or something. Very exotic place.
I mean, we can spend our gold elsewhere.
Right. And I mean, I also am here to talk about maybe some trade opportunity. That's the whole reason why your buddy, the big dancer man, let us in. I mean, why would you stop someone and ask them why they're here if you have a big dancer man out front? Like, that seems kind of redundant. Seems like you're on your toes a little bit too much there, mate.
Yeah, Mr. Clean out there did a wonderful job.
We're coming in really.
Yeah.
We're coming in hot. We're talking about.
I am feeling personally attacked now.
I just start knocking every mug off the table and just staring at them the entire time.
Jealous. Oh, all right. There's a lot of ill feelings in this room. I say, how about round on us? Well, round on me. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Let's get this done.
Well, if you have legitimate business interests, then I'm sure we can discuss. And one of the people will go over and he'll bring back you want hot tea? Okay, he can bring over some tea for everybody.
I want hot tea. I don't know what the other guys drink. My character doesn't drink, so.
He'll bring over some tea. It's kind of like chai.
All right.
So what business do you have with us?
Right. So, first off.
Well, Trog, I think, is our frog companion. Our amphibian companion here, I think, is going to speak on behalf of us. I'm just going to enjoy this tea.
Yeah. How you guys doing? Welcome to my TED Talk. My name's Trog, the Frog. So I got a question for you. So we got a friend. This friend. He's a real nice guy. He's a real good friend. We've spent a lot of time with him. He's off gallivanting now in like some foreign place, but he let us know that he met with you guys just the other day, and he said that things didn't go as was promised to him, and we just wanted to kind of follow up. Maybe there was some miscommunication. We just we'd like to settle things like good people, because I know you guys you look like good people. I mean, look at this place. You got a good thing going. Can you describe these people? I need to
Yeah, they're similar looking to the guy who's outside. They're not all bald, but dark skin, still very dark hair, multiple tattoos. Not as heavily tattooed as the guy outside, but they do have several, like up and down their arms. All carrying weapons.
Yeah, I mean, your tattoos. I mean, they're just so cool. I mean, my companions here, I don't think any of them have any tattoos. I got a tattoo if you want to see it. It's a pretty good one. I got one. It was one of these days, just a while ago that I got it. It was pretty cool. Yeah, here, let me show you.
Anyway.
So the fat boy sent you, if I'm understanding you correctly.
Yeah, the one with
right.
the butterface.
Well, there was no deception there. He brings us half the promised goods. He gets half the price.
And do you have these goods here with you today?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Well, if we're here specifically to talk about them, I'd like to know that they were at least in the vicinity.
What is it you'd like to know about them?
Mr. DM, looking around
Yes.
the room, other than the closed door, is that the only other door that I can see that someone could enter this built room from?
There is a door behind the bar as well.
There's a door behind the bar. So
yeah,
I cannot reasonably ascertain how many people potentially could be in this building.
No. So as far as you know, there's the guy standing out front who you just spoken with, and the 4 that you can see in front of you. But behind the other 2 doors, you don't know.
Is there a bartender behind the bar?
No bartender.
No bartender. So, but there's 2 closed doors.
Yes.
So as I was saying, there's no way for us to confirm that he didn't give you what was promised unless we actually see what it is he gave you. Does that make sense? I mean, if the whole reason we're here is to confirm that he got what he was promised, the only way we can do that is if we see what he had given. I mean, am I crazy here saying this? I don't.
I mean, that I don't know about you guys. That makes a lot of sense to me. This guy, he's a shop tool in the shed, with the stuff. But yeah, what he said.
We don't mean to come in and tell you how things should be run or accuse you of anything. That's the last thing that we would want to do. As a matter of fact, we ourselves would like to do business with you, but the only way we can do that is if we know that you can be trusted. So you scratch our back, we scratch yours.
Is there art hanging on the walls of this tavern? Like, would it?
There's not so much like paintings. There are several tapestries and banners.
Like tapestries. Okay.
Yeah, and actually, go ahead and roll me now that you've looked around at them, roll me a history check.
Okay. And I would also ask, would it draw too much attention if I stood up and began, like, walking over to one to look at it?
No, I wouldn't say so.
My history is a 6, and I'd like to stand up and just start. I'm going to start on the far side of the room, over by the bar, and I kind of just want to work my way around the room, looking at the walls, just appreciate while these conversations are going on, making my way towards this closed door.
The one behind the bar, or the one on the left side?
Ooh, let's start with the one on the left side.
Okay. And with a history roll of 6, you do notice one of the insignias, and it's sort of tickling the back of your brain a little bit. It looks a little bit familiar, but you can't place it.
Okay. I'll come back to that later.
Okay, so you're inching around, checking out.
Yeah, I'm just working my way around.
Yeah. Okay, and then sorry, what was the last question that kid just asked me? Oh, about seeing the shit. Yeah, sorry. I think you misunderstand the position you're in right now. We're not asking for any back scratching. We made a deal with this boy. He
I
did
got some
complete his
pretty
end of the
nice-
bargain.
You ever get like suction cup before? It's pretty nice.
Sorry, I can't say I'm interested.
Well, I think we want to get into business with you. You guys sound like really outstanding people, and there might
We
be some
hope you're
opportunities.
outstanding. I mean, the way that we're kind of coming into this, we only know about you because of Frederick. Initially, you came recommended, but then he had met with you guys, came back to us and said, "Oh, well, they didn't pay me what they were supposed to." And we, coming all the way here to CUSA, specifically to meet with you, are thinking, well, did we just waste a trip because our friend here, the one who initially had recommended you, was telling us that he didn't get his fair share. So we want to do business with you. That's the short of it. But we don't know if we can trust doing business with you unless you can show us that the trip was worth it. Does that make sense? I mean, I apologize coming in here and making these demands. It's just we've come a really long way. We've had to deal with a whole lot of shit, and we just I don't know. Is there something that we can do to even the plane a little bit? Like, is there something that we can do for you to show that we can be trusted?
I recommend you talk to your friend. Ask him what he was supposed to bring us, and then ask him what he did bring us. And I'm sure you'll find several discrepancies.
So you've met with
Regardless,
Frederick.
the things. Yes, we have.
So you know what he's like. You know that his words can't always be trusted. He's a slimy man. You're aware of this. You're telling me to go to
yes.
him because he's the one to trust more than coming to you directly?
Well, I've already told you. He gave us half the goods. I gave him half the money. Their goods are no longer here. We don't tend to keep our business transactions in the city for long.
I'd like
Fine.
to roll an insight
All right.
check on that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, and I can appreciate that. Maybe I'm willing to forget about. Yeah. Oh, was that a 13?
It was 12.
Well, insight check. You can't really tell. I mean, it seems like he's. I wouldn't say you feel like he's lying or anything.
How close am I made it to the door at this point?
I'd say. I mean, you're pretty much on. You're pretty much there.
Okay. Can I kind of stand and listen? Can I hear any breathing or movement inside of this room?
Roll me a perception check, please.
All right. That'll be a 13.
13. You don't hear anything coming from the inside of the room.
I don't hear anything as in I hear nothing or I can't hear anything.
You hear nothing.
Okay, so I hear nothing. All right.
Yes.
Those are two different things.
Sure. You hear nothing that would lead you to believe that there are people in that room.
Okay. Can I sleight of hand try to the doorknob?
The position that they're standing in, I'd say they're in the discussion. I won't make you roll for it. But the door is locked.
Oh, the door's locked. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the door's locked. Ooh. So that tells me that it's empty. Well, it's not empty, but
It tells you that it's locked.
only that it's locked and there's no one.
Wow.
It tells me that there's no one in it. Or
That tells me they don't want me in there.
yeah.
All right.
The door
All right.
being locked. Interesting. That must mean it's locked.
All right. You can continue your conversation. I'm just going to keep thinking. Still looking at tapestries.
All right. I don't want this trip to be a wasted one, so let's just skip all the Frederick stuff. All right. What specifically do you tend to deal in? Because we have a pretty wide range of things that we're willing to sell.
Well, we tend to deal mostly in the trade of magical items. Although we're not against anything of value, really. It doesn't have to be magic.
All right. And you had said typically you think you don't keep things here. I can appreciate that. It's good. I know that I'm not selling something that's going to get taken by the authorities and then come back on me anyway. So, what is your man? I don't want to ask you something that obviously you're not going to tell me, but I'm assuming you'd send this stuff back east.
Eventually, yes. We move it to a location outside the city, and then wait
That's
to send the
smart. Makes sense.
shipment back to the east.
All right, and just items, or do you buy, sell, trade, and people as well? Just out of curiosity. Like I said, we have a wide range.
Mostly just items. People are messy.
Yeah, I get that. Out of curiosity, so what is your typical upsell? So like if you purchase something from us and then you take it back east, what percentage do you usually raise the price before you resell it?
It's
I mean, it's got to be a
20%
lucrative business.
more or less.
So the 20, and I know I promised I wasn't going to go back to the Frederick stuff, but I'm just kind of curious. The thing that he had sold you, you're going to sell that for roughly 240 gold, 250 gold. Am I right in saying that?
Several items, but more or less.
Oh, he sold you several items, or was it just one?
Several.
Well, he didn't give us too many specifics. Anything good? I mean, we're in the buying market. Well, maybe there's we can if it's local here, maybe we can buy it off you, get it off your hands.
That it's already outside of the city. Nothing especially valuable. That's why he didn't get as much money as was initially planned.
Hmm.
This has
Right.
sounded very similar to some of these commandments I heard before. Like, you never want to keep any weight on you. You never want to let nobody know how much dough you hold. So these guys, they're pretty smart.
I agree. I'm impressed so far. The operation you guys got going. But anyway, back to these items. Anything worth anything worth anything?
Mostly just trinkets. There might be some things of value, but we have one of our specialists taking a look.
Yeah, I think that's what Frederick was telling us. It was in a box, one of the like a jewelry box kind of thing.
That was among one of the items, yes.
So something like that. What would you be willing to part with it? Now, I don't know what it is, but I get so interested over the idea of the mystery box. What is inside?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but as I've said, it's already outside the city. It's out of my hands.
Well, you can't. All right. Well, can we at least know what it was? It was killing me the whole way over here.
Couldn't tell you. As I said, our
You,
specialist is presumably examining the items as we speak.
well, surely you have to know what it was if you bought it off the guy.
Well, magic items can be very tricky. It's not always immediately evident.
All right. Well, I guess what did you pay for? I mean, you had to have known at least an idea of what it was. Yeah, the mystery is just killing me.
That one wasn't one of the agreed upon items. I think in Frederick's haste to bring them to us, he mostly just grabbed what he could see.
Mm. So you have no quarrels with where the items come from originally? They could be stolen or fenced. It doesn't really matter.
None of my business where they come from, and I don't ask.
All right. Well, I can appreciate that because some of our methods are. I guess I'm on a level with you folks. We are still interested in doing business and all that, but we The reason we came all this way, in addition to doing business with you, was trying to locate this box that Frederick was selling. You mentioned a place outside the city. Like I had said, we have some valuable things of our own. Maybe a trade or something could be worked out. Or I mean, especially there's a transportation cost that's got to be associated with getting out the rest of the way to its destination. If we just go there and grab it, it can't be more than a day away because the meeting was just last night.
You can't reasonably expect me to tell you the location of a safe house.
Well, no, sir, but surely you have a way of communicating with the people there. Otherwise, the house can't be very safe. What if something gets jeopardized here and you need to reach out to them?
Any kind of business you would like to do, you can do with me. No reason to
Well,
go all the way to the safe house.
I absolutely agree, which is why initially I was saying maybe we'd be interested in buying that box from you. And then you said that you'd have no way of getting safe house, and that's why I had continued asking. But if I'm able to work it out with you, then that'd be fantastic. We could trade off our things to you, and if you're able to get that box for us, we'd be much obliged.
Well, as I've said before, the box is yet to be identified. So I'd imagine at the moment there's no fair price I could quote you.
Well, but you've already put a value to it when you bought it. So it was 200 gold when you purchased it. If you mark things up 20%, there was multiple items. But if we're just buying the box from you, I'll pay you 200 gold just for the box. You can keep everything else that he gave you. You guys made out. You got your items. You got your gold.
Like I said, magic items can be tricky. Sometimes things are more valuable than they appear.
Well,
It'd be remiss of me to put a price on an item that I don't yet know the value of.
All right.
I also think
How about this? We'll give you double what you paid. That way, you're making some money. We're getting back what we want, and nobody's missing out in any way. If you don't know what it's worth, you're fucking doubling your money.
and you can consider it an investment with us. Because, like I said, we might come back. We've had plans to. We have things that we can sell you right now. So,
What do you have to offer right now?
I'm gonna nod back at Archie.
I'll pull out the necklace, the big gemstone in it.
Jewelry. I can get jewelry anywhere.
Right, but this is special jewelry.
What's so special about it?
It's pretty.
Well, what would you value something like what price would you put on something like this? Magical or not? You said you mostly deal with magical items, but not explicitly, not exclusively.
Not exclusively, no. As I said, before we identify the box, cannot possibly sell it to you.
How long will it take you to identify?
That's for the specialist to figure out. That's outside of my wheelhouse, so to speak.
Can I do a reroll on that history check? Now that I've been standing here thinking about it again? Okay.
That just sounds like quite the risk for a businessman. I mean, right now we're offering you 400 gold, a relationship with us, and this necklace for a hypothetical that this thing's going to be worth more. I mean, right now you have a sure thing. It's a high risk.
Line of work is a risk.
Yeah, well.
Right, that'll be an 18.
18. You've been thinking about this insignia for a while, and you do actually recognize it. This is the insignia of what used to be sort of a small band of thieves out of Setsorma called the Khalil el-Shadidi. They've never made many waves before. But over the past few years, there's several sort of large profile thieving groups that operate out of Setsorma. And these guys were kind of like a minor player at best. But over the last few years, from what you know, they've been gaining influence and starting to consolidate more.
You guys can continue your conversation. I'm just trying to gather information while I'm standing here in the corner.
Just staring at a wall.
Right.
I figure with any business decision, there's a cost benefit kind of thing. I mean, at what point does that change for you when you start to analyze risks?
Well, I know the value of the thing that I'm risking.
But if the value is a question mark, and on one side it's just a question mark, and on the other side things keep adding up, at one point do the things that are adding up value the question mark? Because it could be worth nothing to you.
Could be. That is true. But with magical items, it's not always the gold value you can place on them, but also the things that they can do. At the end of the day, we might decide we don't want to sell it, keep it for ourselves. Or, as you said, at the end of the day, it might be useless trash to be thrown away. But it's best to check first.
All right. Anything in the market specifically you're interested in? Just things for us to keep an eye out for?
Is it any kind of magical items? We're always open.
All right. And what do I call you? Sorry, we didn't make a formal acquaintance yet.
You may call me Sheriff.
And you speak for... I'm going to nod at the rest of them. Speak for everyone?
For this group here, yes. I will say I'm not particularly high in my organization, but amongst this lot, I can speak. As I was talking to him about everything, did anyone in his group seem like they were more hesitant, or like more like what I was saying was more appealing to them than it was to him? Roll an insight check.
16.
Not that you can notice in particular. They've mostly just been listening. For the most part, they've just been kind of listening silently. They haven't spoken up much. Doesn't necessarily seem like any are sort of like gravitating towards you.
Well, if we leave and decide that we want to come back to sell you something, is there something special that we can say to the guys out front? He was a total dickhead. Put that out there. Real standoffish to potential sellers. That's all I'm saying.
He will recognize you now. Just tell him you're here to speak with me.
Okay. Well, Frog, I'm sorry if I stepped. I know you were going to be leading this whole thing. So, if there's anything else that you want to talk about or say or ask him about, then it's your floor. I apologize.
No. You did a great job. You know, I think you really came out of your show. You just you're great. You're fantastic. You're beautiful. What? So these guys, I don't have anything else to say to you. I appreciate all your time. You're nice people. I like your tattoos. We should compare sometime. Maybe give me the name of your guy, and maybe we can even go and get matching ones together. But yeah, I think we're all good here.
And by your leave.
I'm ready to walk out when y'all are. I'm going to look back at Arch, too, to see if there's anything he wants to say or do.
I'm going to kind of just look around the room. Take a deep breath. I'm going to throw my dagger. No, I'm joking. No.
Time to boogie.
Time to fucking dance, boys. It's on site with these pussies. No. I'm gonna walk towards the group.
Which group? The Setsorma group?
Our group.
Your group. Okay, good.
Well,
Our
we're all
group.
kind of together.
Right. And I'm going to say, well, boys, if that's everything we're going to do here, I mean, feels like kind of a waste of time. I mean,
Well, we learn more about the group. We learn what we can sell them. You know, we
we
can
learned
discuss
some
it.
very interesting things. And I'm going to look at the presumed leader, the big man on campus here, and I'm going to say, long way from home there, friend.
It simply are.
I do want to say that I've started to shake a little bit. I don't know who'd be able to see that, but I'm shaking just a little bit.
Yep.
And I'm purposely making eye contact with you, Archie.
With me.
Yeah.
Right. We'll be back through. Tell your expert not that item's not going to leave this area before it's identified, is it?
We tend to keep the items in the store, in the safe house, and then try to determine the value before we send it back home.
Right. Well,
Well,
how about this?
if
We make a little gentleman's agreement here that we get the first crack at it. Whatever you guys value it at, we get the first shot. Sound like a plan? That's a gentleman agreement. That way, you don't even have to transport it. I'll give you the time, figure out what it is. But
I can agree to that.
all right.
but in the meantime, as a just a sign of that we're all working together, we're all on the same team. We're willing to sell you that necklace.
Right. I'm just going to tell you now, the necklace was just a way to get in. It's not very special. I stole it out from the market about 20 minutes ago. Honestly, I just wanted to look flashy. We're only interested in the box, to be completely honest with you. I'd rather get the box than anything.
I'm gonna look over at Archie. If there's anything else, do we have anything that we can part
Well,
with?
I can tell you that I don't fuck around with magic, so. I'm a good law-abiding citizen here in the Empire, and I don't fuck with magic.
Not just steal that necklace.
Right. Piss off. Sabbatics. But yeah. Well, I'd like to be the first one to crack at the box.
Alright, I think I can arrange for that.
And I'm gonna walk out the door.
Well, thank you, folks, for your time, and we'll make sure to be back with something valuable for you.
Yeah.
I'm eagerly awaiting.
I tip my hat and I head out. When we get back to the street, I'm just gonna point to the bouncer. You're a fuck, and then I'm gonna keep on walking.
Just standing there with his arms crossed still.
I'm gonna spit at the ground at his feet and then keep going. Fuck that guy.
No reaction from him.
Well, guys, that did not go at all how I had hoped or expected it to. Do y'all have any ideas?
Well, I think we just come back tomorrow and the next day and see if they fucking.
Well,
yeah, that we are in agreements. Maybe we could find something that's got a little bit of a magical buzz to it. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know how magic works. Can't you guys make something fucking magical?
I apologize. That is not my kind of business. I only own loincloth and a wand. I could give them either one, both. I don't know if it will help, though.
Well, your wand they probably would have taken, but I can't imagine your loincloth would fetch a very high price anywhere.
Well, I actually know of a couple of alleyways back in.
Something like that.
I
would
wish
sell.
I knew a city. I wish I had a city to fucking rattle off there.
All right. Well,
I mean, you guys know that stuff's at the safe house.
yeah, but we don't know where that safe house is. So.
Yeah, but
We had. All right. Well, as we kind of think of what else we'd like to do today, Mooney, is there anywhere that you would like to go and see? Anything, any sights you'd like to see? Any experiences you'd like to have? Maybe that's something that we could facilitate while we're here.
No, nothing specific. Until we can find somebody to get rid of the ghosts. My only other
we should have asked
idea.
our good friends.
That's all right. Only idea I could try to again talk to some creature. Try to figure out this safe house. Don't know if they could help at all.
Well, they probably have carts that move to and from this location to that safe house. Maybe if you ask one of your pigeon friends or someone if they see what direction the carts head to, that might not be a bad idea. Or we could just watch the place. If they bought anything today, we could just stake it out. Keep an eye out for any cards. I do want to say though that we should not be too quick to burn any bridges, because Arch and I at least kind of work closely with these types of people. If we start a beef this early with a group like this, whoever they might be. Well, speaking of which, Arch, any idea? I don't know if you had picked up on anything while you're in there.
Right, so I did notice they did have an insignia on one of their tapestries hanging up there. Have you ever heard of the Khalil El Shadidi?
Have
I'm
I?
not saying
Is
that with an Australian accent. roll a history check. You can all roll a history check if you'd like, once you've heard him mention it.
All right. Have you heard of the Khalil El Shadidi? Fuck yeah, that's a good one.
No, that was pretty good.
Do I get any kind of advantage or anything with this being kind of the realm that I am involved in?
Nah, I would just give it a straight roll.
All right, it's a 12.
With a 12, I'd say you've probably heard the name before. You might not necessarily know much about them.
Do I know it's a thieves group?
I'll give you a vague recollection of that. Yeah.
All right, well, even more so. I mean, if they're involved in my kind of world, then I don't want to make enemies of them if I don't have to. So if we go into this place, and I'm going to look at Arch with like this really sad look on my face, I promise I'll be quiet and not do anything too reckless.
All right, good, because I really don't want to have to kill everybody in a room.
What do you think is in that safe house, though? I bet you there's a lot of crazy things in there.
I bet there's a lot of crazy shit, but I'm also not a big magic fan, so it doesn't mean anything to me.
We go into this place and we steal this box back, they're going to know it was us.
Oh,
We were
absolutely.
just there.
Right, and I don't know if we just go in and tell them, like, hey, we're contracted. Our contractor wants the box back. If you don't want any trouble, give us the fucking box back. Or like,
well,
do we...
Here's another idea. Do you know of any thief factions that they have a disagreement with? I mean, you've been involved in this a lot longer than I have. Is there someone, a group that they would fear or that they would be competing against?
There's some big hitters over in Setsorma. These guys are mainly just small potatoes. But recently, in the past few years, they've been growing, trying to stretch their wings, as they say. Hence the reason I made the reference, you're a long way from home. For most of their creation, this group was a thieves group among just locally to Setsorma. Only recently did they stretch out to the Empire and start selling stuff. So,
Oh well, we know the Empire's thieves guilds, right? Like we've been involved in that forever. Here's
they're
an
stepping
idea.
on some toes.
Why don't we follow where this cart goes to this safe house? Show up at the safe house, take whatever the fuck we want, and then blow the place sky high. Burn the whole place down. Leave a message behind that says, "Stay out of our territory." Something from one of the thieves guilds here. Let them hash it out back and forth. None of it comes back on us because it's all either destroyed or stolen. And that's it. We just make sure that no one sees who we are.
That's kind of my specialty.
Well,
I'm not.
Mooney,
I'm a big fan of that. Right. I mean, and this could be your way of getting back at the old chain, considering they fucked you over.
Yes. That's a great idea. That's what we'll just fucking do. We'll just say that it's the chain that burned this place down.
Right.
And then that's it. All right. So, Mooney, the big thing's going to be on you talking to these pigeons to scout this place out. Keep an eye if there's any carts or anything, and you can just, I don't know how it works exactly, but can you like send them to like watch the place, and then like we could just fuck around all day, and then they'll just find us when the time comes?
That would be up to them if they could do me a favor.
Yeah, we'll promise them worms or something.
This whole time, I'll just be, as they were talking, not just casting a spell, but like a ritual. So I don't have to use a spell slot. Either gonna go with a pigeon, or if anything in your mind, a specific animal that would follow the carts. I don't know if a pigeon would be following that.
There's not many pigeons here anyway, considering it's not like a sort of built up urban city. But there are there's crows about and different kinds of corvids. You can speak with the crow if you'd like, I'd say.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'd like to call a crow over.
Okay, so as you're casting the spell, the crow sort of swoops down and sort of perches on a lamppost that's directly beside you.
Hello, crow. Could I ask you a favor?
Notice that out like a loud caw.
What do I hear?
Oh, that's right. You can speak with it.
Yeah. Speak with animals. They hear nothing but.
Yeah, right. But the caw. Yeah, the rest of you just hear a loud caw. What you hear is it just says ask.
I was wondering, could you or any other crow follow a cart to a building known as a safe house?
It'll sort of let out what the rest of you hear, another loud caw. But what Mooney hears is the crow says, "Shiny first."
I'll turn around. Archie.
Yeah.
I need help. The crow, he wants shiny.
I'm gonna reach in my pocket. Do I have a silver or a copper piece in my pocket?
Yeah, you've got various coins.
I'm gonna pull a copper out, kind of spit on it, shine it on me shirt a little bit, and flick it to Mooney.
As you throw it to Mooney, the crow actually swoops down and grabs it in its beak, returns back to the lamppost it was perched on.
Great. Good enough.
So again, that's at a loud call, and just says "follow," and it'll fly up into the sky, and you can see it above you, sort of just circling where you guys are standing.
It says to follow it.
Oh,
all right.
Mr. ready now.
Well, fuck, I guess we better get going.
Do we want to get our horses?
Fucking hate sky rats, but I'll follow this thing.
Well, I
Want to get
think
our
we should
horses?
approach on foot. Let's do it on. Well, it'll be easier to sneak up on foot.
I can't
it
tell
can't be too far.
how far it will be.
We can walk half a day, if that's as far as it is. I can't imagine it's going to be terribly far.
Right.
If needed, I could be an animal as well.
Right, if worse comes to worse, I guess we'll ride Mooney.
Are you as disgusting when you turn into other animals as you are when you're you? Like, you turn into, like, a fucking horse.
Just a sweaty fucking horse.
Oh, yeah. Like normal sized horse, but I'm still, like, very furry and just covered in sweat.
Ugh.
As you guys are discussing the mechanics of Mooney's transformation, you hear it's almost a loud, impatient caw.
I'm coming. I gotta be honest, I was hoping that the crow would take the copper and drop it and ask for more, and I was gonna try to take the necklace from Archie.
Oh, shit, I forgot you had that fucking necklace. Damn it. That totally went just right through me.
It just keeps asking more.
Damn, that's a good idea. Too late. You already took the silver piece.
And
it was a copper. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll took the copper piece. Damn.
I will start following.
Don't worry. Now he's going to stop halfway and ask for more.
We're going to follow.
Okay, so the crow is going to go. Oh, let me pull up the world map just so I got my directions in the right way. Anyway, he's going to start flying towards one of the gates to queue up towards the. So you guys came in sort of from the south, from the southern gate. The crow is heading towards eastern gate.
Makes sense.
Just a quick question. The crow.
Yes.
Did it seem like?
Yeah.
I don't know how I could tell this. Did it seem like it actually knows where it's going, or is it just kind of flying around?
I mean, it is flying with purpose. It seems.
That helps at least.
And crows are very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
I would say a D&D crow is probably smarter than you.
I can't argue with that.
Like smarter than Derek or smarter than Mooney?
I don't think it matters.
Your choice. Yeah. Crows are like terrifyingly smart.
Oh yeah,
they like use tools and shit. It's terrible.
Yeah, like Alfred Hitchcock's Birds is completely plausible.
Yeah. A crow could beat up a 3-year-old any day of the week.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, you're following the crow, goes out. I will say at this point, the sun is starting to go down. It's about 6 p.m., 7 p.m. As you're following the crow out of the eastern gate. You're on a road. It's not like a paved, patrolled road, but there is sort of a sort of half dirt, half cobblestone road that leads out into the east. And out here, it's sort of, you can sort of imagine like dry plains almost, the temperate. There's sections of wooded areas, but it's not like a forest. And so you're following this crow to the east for maybe like 3 or 4 hours, we'll say.
Okay.
Oh, wow. On our walk, I wanted to talk to Mooney.
Yeah, sure.
If I could. Hey, you know a lot about like the outdoors and plants and flowers and stuff, right?
Yes, I'd say so.
Do you know of any kind of special flowers that only bloom when the moon is out, like in a certain kind, usually only for like 6 hours or so at a time.
Roll me
yeah.
a nature check.
Yeah. That is a 15.
15, you have heard there are several different kinds of flowers that bloom only during certain times of the lunar cycle. And in fact, several of those varieties are quite common where you come from.
Yes.
The one that
I know of a few. I am usually a nighttime watcher, so yes, if there's anything specific.
Well, there was one that I'd heard about that the theory is that there's some kind of connection that it has with the spirit world. Do you know anything about that? With the corrupted spirits in your village and everything? Do you know what I'm talking about? I know the official name, but I don't know if that's the name you would know.
I know it is a white color, similar to the glow that the spectrals bring.
Do you know how to find one easily? Like, if I needed to get my hands on one? I have a rough idea of where one might be located back in the other city we were at, but
They're quite rare, I would say. You would know that.
It is very hard to find. I would say the best location would be an area near maybe a small body of water.
all right. Well, when we finish up with all this on our way back to talk to Samuel, maybe we can take a look for one. I'm trying to locate it. Just something to think about.
Of course. I would love to. I feel more comfortable here. Anyway.
Yeah, out in the woods. Do you miss being home? Do you miss your family?
Every second I've been out here.
Yeah, I never really had that. Well, I guess I had it a little bit, but it's maybe it was different for you. But yeah, are they all like you?
In a way, most of them are a lot older. I would say I'm more with it, with the times.
Yeah, that's why you had said that you were the one that had gone out, right? And the rest of them stayed at home.
Correct. Although I would like to get back as soon as possible. We are not known for leaving more than a day.
Oh, well, this is a long time to be away then. Well, if you ever want to talk about home or any of that, I mean, we're happy to listen. I mean, I know we're not your family or anything. That would be ridiculous. You know, maybe we could be a good sounding board or whatever.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I would like to maybe someday visit your vessel. It is it do look similar to my home.
Well, maybe one day. I'm still figuring all that out, but
Of course.
you know, if the big man ever lets me take people in, I'd do that. Anyway,
You have a big man? I have a big woman.
are you married?
In a way. Her name is Ionis.
Be honest. That's a very pretty name. What does she call you? Because we named you Mooney, but what would she call you?
I am just one of the group.
Whoa. So you're telling me that you guys like do stuff in groups,
Yes.
and you have pillows and hay on the floor. So My suspicion's correct that you guys, you know what I mean. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's the way that you guys do it, but with the birds and the bees and the
Are we
Watermelon
talking
trees.
furball gangbangs? So,
It's a similar sound to kid going in and out.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, God. That's disgusting.
is Giannis is it just the two of you exclusively, or does she have many suitors?
Many people follow her. I don't know
It's
specifically what you
happened.
mean.
I had to stop. I'm learning about his character.
I will say
I
it is very similar to when I first was dancing. It was aggressive, but a lot of fun.
all right.
Jesus fucking Christ. Aggressive, but a lot of fun.
Excuse me, Crow. Are we at the safe house?
You guys get to about here where the mouse is. It's about, you're walking about 3 or 4 hours. And the crow veers off the dirt path and starts making his way down this way. And so it's probably another 1 or 2 hours you guys are off-roading. At this point, the sun has gone down. It's now dark. It's nighttime, which most of you have dark vision, so it's not a huge deal. You can still kind of see where you're going.
I do not. So I would be walking in the middle of the group.
Yeah, knowing this, I'm gonna help lead Archie.
It's odd that me, as an assassin, cannot see in the dark.
That's true, actually. Eventually, you guys come to a somewhat wooded area of the few that are sort of dotting the landscape of these plains. And suddenly you're sort of back on this almost crude dirt path, which does look like it has track marks, potentially from a wagon that's been on and off.
Fairly fresh.
Yeah, they seem somewhat fresh.
Okay.
Let me make sure I have the fog of war stuff set up correctly, and I'll switch you guys over. Whatever, if it's not set up correctly, it's fine. So let's reveal first of all. And in the distance, I'm not going to reveal the whole thing for you. I'll just reveal kind of where you guys are right now. But in the distance, you can see almost. It sort of looks like, well, Archie, you can't really see it, but the rest of you guys can see what looks to be a sort of stone structure, sort of ramshackle, sort of falling apart. Seems to be one story, but it does have sort of like a thatched triangular roof. And there is, well, actually, Archie, you can see as well this. There is a faint light coming out of what seems to be a window out of this sort of falling apart stone building.
Well, Mooney, we can pay your friend up there just another coin or something just to thank him, send him on his way, or better yet, maybe he can keep an eye on the road and come get us if someone shows up, or if he sees a cart coming, or...
Excuse me, Crow. Could you watch this area for us and yell if anybody shows up?
Shiny.
Excuse me, more shiny.
Yeah, I handed you a silver piece.
Oh, thank you. I will just throw it up at the crow.
Cursive sound grabs it. And you just, you can see him above you just sort of, well, it's actually quite dark. You can't really see him, but he's just sort of circling.
I'll just say, thank you. And we'll return to the group.
We have an idea of how we want to approach this, but I'm open to suggestions. Maybe we could watch it for a little bit, see if there's anyone walking around or if there's any kind of presence here. Any patrols.
You see, there is a horse that's tied to the outside.
Just a single horse.
Yeah, just one horse, but there's a horse tied to a
Is
post
there
outside.
a stable? Is there any outbuildings, or is it just the house?
It's just the house, as far as you can tell. There's sort of a fenced off area. It looks like what used to be a field, almost like a tilled field.
Okay.
But that's the only structure, is the stone building in front of you.
All right. Well, I say we should at least take a look, see what we're working with. Maybe see if we can't peek through a window. See what's on the inside. Do we have any objections to that?
If you're heading up to the window, I'm gonna go around the back side of the house and just get a look on my way around.
Wait, so who's going first?
I'd like to sneak up to the window. Being super stealthy, looking for traps, just being a fucking assassin.
Well, roll me a investigation.
All right. That'll be a 7.
You don't find any traps as you're sneaking up. And you can't hear a ton. There is a window. There's sort of flickering light coming out. Looks like there's like a fire going on in the fire. There's just some muffled conversation. So there are people inside speaking.
I'm gonna say to my furry friend, "Hey, furry friend, I think you should go over and maybe hang out with the horse a little bit. Make sure he doesn't get spooked by us. We don't want a lot of commotion outside. So if this horse sees us, especially me, the frog, walking around, he might get a little and we don't want him, making some noise."
Might get a little.
That is a good point. Excuse me, horse. Hello?
Are you speaking at a full volume?
No. Well, I mean, I'm whatever I can to not
the
scare
horse
it.
is, I'll show you. Let me show you where the horse is first. So you. The horse is literally just oh wait, that was the wrong one. Reveal areas.
Horse.
I mean, the horse is literally just outside the house, tied to the back.
Yeah, I
So in order to get to the horse, you'd have to sort of either walk by a window or take the long way around through the trees.
Oh, in that case, yeah. In that case, I'm gonna go through the trees. I want to stop, just so this horse doesn't get scared. Any way I can approach it so it's not immediately gonna yell out.
Okay, let's put you maybe you can sort of stand here in the clearing, maybe where these trees are. Well, not necessarily a clearing, but there.
Yeah, just like a whisper. I just want to say, hello, horse.
Or sort of whinnies a little bit. Not particularly freaked out.
I just wanted to let you know that me and a few friends are here. Just trying not to scare you.
Okay.
Oh, great. We'll be here for just a little while, and then we will leave.
Oh, sure.
Oh, awesome. And I have a crow up above if you get bored.
All right.
Okay, bye. And I'll return from the trees back to the group. It knows we're here. No worries.
On my way around the house, around the building, do I see any other entrances or exits or windows?
How are you approaching the house?
I wanted to do a roundabout way, just to if there's a tree line or if anything, I wanted to get a full 360 of the building before I return to the group.
Okay, so you can do a tree line. Let me reveal some of these areas for you. There is one window that you noticed, not in the back of the house. There's no the tree line basically ends where you're at now.
Okay.
And you can see on this back part of the house, just solid wall, no windows. Shit, I keep clicking on one. Yep. No windows, just solid walls. And you can sort of see this, basically, at this point, barren field.
Is there a chimney?
There is a chimney. Archie can see, there's a fire currently burning. So you can see that there's light coming from the fireplace, smoke coming out of the chimney.
Right. Would not suggest going in through the chimney there, boys.
I'm going to make my way back to the group and just say where I had seen the other window.
Yeah. Well, Archie, did you look in the window?
I would like to. Can I see it? Like, can I reach it?
I'd say you could probably peek your head up over it, but give me a stealth to see if they notice you sticking your head up over it.
That's what I'm best at. Not with that fucking roll, I'm not. Holy shit, thank God I have a +7. It's a 12.
So I'm going to do just against their passive perception, since they're not specifically looking for you, and their passive perceptions are all garbage. So you don't get noticed. You see the inside of the room. Inside the room, there is indeed a fireplace. You see within the room that there are 5 people. Well, and in the back, in a cage, there are some kind of animals in there. And they are making some very unsavory noises.
They're making some what?
Some very unsavory noises. Sound quite vicious.
The animals
quite
are?
angry. Yeah.
Oh.
But they are in a locked cage. And you do also notice that there is this door. The door, it's open on the map, but it's closed in reality.
Closed in real
life.
life.
A door.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a door there.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the group and explain to them what I saw. All right, fellas. There's, from what I can see in there, it's a big open room, but there is a room off to the, it would be stage left in there. There's 5 cocksuckers in there. There's also some cages with some animals in there. So I don't know if Mooney, you can go in and kind of do your talking to animals thing and whisper some sweet nothings into their ears. Maybe we can get some friends in there, and we'll fuck some shit up.
Well, it seems like there's a couple natural tropes.
I was gonna say I can also, sing them like a little lullaby, like I did that one time. To see if I can lull them to sleep.
That would be great. We can do that, and we have a couple natural choke points in the house. So if one of us goes around in the back to keep them from sneaking out the window or whatever, and I could hang out back there with Eldritch Blast and just blast them through the window.
Blast them through the window, catch them in the crossfire. I'll stand at the door launching arrows in or through the window.
Yep.
Ooh, Archie, I got an idea for your arrows. Let me. Can I see a couple of your arrows here?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna take
I'll
this
handle
arrow,
it
and I can apply my grunge poison to it.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's cool.
They have to make a Constitution saving throw of 13 or better, and if on a failed save, they do 2d4 every turn.
Damn. That's fucking... Now, do they get to roll again to try to...
Yep.
They roll every turn?
On safe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how many arrows do I get?
And as he's figuring that out, Arch, it's up to you. I can either put more of an effort into the defense of one of us, or I can put more of an effort into my offense. I don't know which you would recommend would be better.
Fuck it, let's kill these cocksuckers.
Oh, the DC's 12. Did I say 12 or 13?
At 13.
13.
Yeah, it's 12.
Okay. I think by the rules, that's probably not allowed, but it's pretty cool. So I'll give you 5 arrows. Yeah.
Are we planning on putting anyone in the
I'll give you
doorway?
5 poisons.
Are
Okay.
we all doing? Are we all doing at a distance, just shooting in from the windows, or are we gonna have someone doing melee from the doorway?
I think we just start blasting them in and see what happens. They're like fish in a barrel at this point.
Before
I'm going to
we
give you one more caveat with those arrows as well. I'm going to say the poison only lasts for a minute before it dries, so you can't keep the arrows forever.
Okay.
And Trog, there was something that you had done before that kind of made us feel a little better.
Yeah, I was just thinking about you guys. You guys, you're such good friends to me. I want to say you all, you're beautiful. And I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration.
On all of us? One of us?
As many people as I can. So let me see.
You have such a way with words.
And who's going to be the largest target? Who is going to have them shoot at?
I'm just
this
going to
person
turn
from?
and look at Mooney because he is the largest target.
All
so
right, so Mooney, are you the one that's going to be drawing attack?
yes, I can take the damage, but first I would like to see these creatures. If I could go back into the forest, if I could look inside a window, I just want to see if I can see what the creatures are in the cage.
From the way the windows are set up, unless you sneak up to the window that Archie was at, you're not going to be able to see it. Because there's the window on this corner, but the angle they're at would be quite difficult for you to see them.
Damn, yeah.
Unless you want to try and stealth up.
Well, as long as we can keep them in the cage, we'll put as many people closest to the cage asleep, and we'll get as many buffs and everything as possible, blasting in from different windows. When we come to it, well, I'll wait until we are about to enter into battle. But I'm going to give you a pretty good buff there, Mooney. As long as you're going to try to instigate the attacks on you. Every time they try to attack you, it's going to not be good for them.
Okay, quick question. Could I fit through a window?
Yeah, you could.
Okay. Here's my plan then. I am going to hide throughout the forest. I am going to show up in the back of the building where these creatures are in the cages. You can go ahead, unleash your arrows and blasts. Once you are finished, I will enter as an animal and take out what is remaining.
All right. So are you still going to be drawing their attacks, or
yes.
should I put this on someone else?
Yes,
All right,
I will
fair
draw
enough.
the
In
attack.
that case, so Mooney and I will go to the back. I'll be shooting through the back window until he's ready to jump in, and then you guys would just take care of the front door and the window.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so...
Hey, Trog, do you want to attack through the windy or through the front door? Because I have no reservation for either.
Well, so the two questions that I got for you is if you got your bow and your arrow and your stuff, can you hit them through the window, or are we gonna have to get you like a little no, don't get me wrong, we're both the same,
Mr. DM, can I shoot arrows through the window?
Yeah, why wouldn't you be able to?
Because I'm short.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm just a wee little fella.
Do you have good aim?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be standing right up against the window, right? You'll be back, so you'll be able to.
Right, but I
You'll
also have no problem
be back
kicking in
a
the
bit.
front door and just yeeting some arrows in, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'll allow you to shoot through the window, as long as you're not pressed right up against it. I mean, if you're 5 or 10 feet back, you'd have enough of an angle, I think.
Yeah, as long as you can shoot through the window. I don't really have... I mean, I can kind of, I just need to be able to see them to make them all go to Betty by.
All right. Well, that sounds like a plan. So you go to the front door. I'll go to the window. When you hear the arrows and the eldritch blasts start going off, you kick the front door in. Fucking do what you need to do. All
We
right.
should be aware of any traps on the other side of that door. That's the only thing that concerns me with the doorway. Because, I mean, if I was in charge of this safe house, I would be placing something on the door to make it more safe.
So, I mean, if you're just a thought here, if you're gonna be like kind of back by the window, like what if I just like kamikaze, swan dive through the window, and then I can make them all go to sleep.
All right. If that's something you want to do,
If you want to be in that room, but I'm going to put that. In that case, I'm going to put the spell on you when the time comes. You'll know when it happens, but I'll see you when you jump in. So we'll get you squared away.
All right, Ian. Real quick, can I?
Yes. Yes.
So I'm in the back of the forest. I'm going to use hidden step. So I'm going to turn invisible, and I want to sneak up directly to the window. And now I want to see the creatures. If I can tell what they are.
Well, how does that? You're just straight up invisible.
I'm just as a bonus action, turn invisible till the start of your next turn. I'm just walking up to the window. I just want to see the creatures, and that's it.
Okay. Roll me a nature check.
11.
11's good enough. You recognize them as dire badgers. They're like normal badgers, but really much more vicious. Lots of sharp teeth, sharp claws. They're bigger than normal badgers, yeah. I'd say they're about the size of like a medium dog.
And they're already making sound.
Oh, yeah. As you well know, dire badgers have one emotion, and that emotion is violence.
Using speak with animals, I just want to say to it, to both of them.
Everyone will hear you.
I'm speaking as a dire badger, though.
He's speaking badger.
That's true. You'll be speaking badger.
And I'm.
So they're hearing like from like outside of the window.
A third one, but I'm invisible.
It's a dire badger.
Oh no.
Excuse me, badgers. I am here to help.
Everyone in the room is like, "What the fuck is that?"
For the most part, the badgers are just sort of incoherently screaming. You can make out a few words, mostly kill, maim,
murder,
blood. They don't seem to be in the mood to talk.
I'm just gonna say, great. I get you out of this cage, and you kill. And then I'm going
more incoherent screaming.
Perfect. I will duck away from the window, turn visible again, and I'm just gonna throw a nod out to the kid.
I'm gonna go around back to the back window where I was before, and I'm gonna start prepping my stuff and waiting on everyone else.
Okay. The window's not there. The window's there. Then the stag.
I am
My bad.
in position.
How far is the front door to? Like what is the size of this building? Like how far is the back wall, the furthest point for me inside from where I am at the back window?
Each square is 5 feet.
Okay.
About 60, 65 feet.
Oh Jesus, this is a real house.
Yeah, it's a big room. Gotcha.
Got it.
That is quite big. Let's make each square maybe
2.5 feet.
Yeah, let's cut that in half. We'll make each square 2.5 feet.
Gotcha.
A 30-foot room. That's
30-foot room is more reasonable for a shitty old farmhouse.
Right.
All right, and I'm just gonna prep everything, and I'm waiting on everyone else.
I am in position. Looking around, is there anywhere that I could hide between me and the window that I still have a shooting lane?
I mean, you could go into these trees over here, but you would be a bit limited on what you could see and hit.
Okay, so there's no like big rocks in the yard or anything like that.
Not where you're standing now.
Okay, all right, no worries then. I'm just gonna try to be crouched down low, so like waiting on the signal to attack, because or to give the signal to attack, because I'm gonna give the signal, which we already discussed is I'm gonna go hooty hoo, and then it's a ballroom blitz.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just picking myself up. All right, Trog. You frog. You got this.
I'm gonna load up in one of me poison arrows, draw it back.
I'm gonna lift up a hand, get ready to shoot. Eldritch blast.
Hooty hoo!
All right.
And I'm gonna
I'm
jump
firing
up
in through my window at the guy's table.
and launch an arrow.
All right, let's all roll initiative, please. They're all going to be surprised.
Go. I rolled a 4.
17.
19.
4 for kids, 17 for Archie, 19 for Mooney,
15.
15 for Trog. Okay, what's going to be? Okay, so since they are all surprised, you guys all get to go first.
Yeah, cool.
So they're all surprised, which means Mooney goes first.
But my goal is I am waiting until all the shots are done firing. Once that's finished, then I'm going to jump in. So I'll wait for them to get their shots off first.
So you're going to hold. Then next up would be Archie.
I'm going to send one of my newly acquired poison arrows through that open window, trying to hit the guy that's basically the closest. Here, I can do this, actually. That guy right there. That's who I'm aiming
And
at.
at number 1. Okay. All right, go ahead. Roll the hit.
Roll the hit. Okay. And that is a dexterity. 16.
16 does hit. Go ahead and give me some damage.
Alrighty. And that is so. He needs to roll a Constitution saving throw better than 12 because he is poisoned. That was
For the poison.
a poison arrow.
Also, Ty, who did you cast Bardic Inspiration on?
So I got it for all three of you guys.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yep.
9. Okay, he does pass the Constitution saving throw. He got a 14.
I got a 6 plus 2. That's an 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage. Okay, so you shoot an arrow straight through the window, straight into this guy's shoulder. And that brings us to...
And then for my actually,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say for my bonus action, I'd like to use my cunning action, and I'm gonna hide.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Okay, so you shoot the arrow through the window, smack the guy right in the shoulder, and then sort of disappear into the darkness. And that's going to bring us to Trog.
So I'm gonna hold until I see all the projectiles go in, since I'm ready to jump.
Okay, so what action are you going to hold? Oh, sorry, you're just like standing by the door, right?
By the window. I was gonna.
Oh, by the way. Okay. So what action are you going to hold? You're going to hold your sleep spell, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I hear the blast.
Okay, so you start sort of casting this spell, getting ready, waiting for Kid to do his thing, which is now his turn.
Yep. I'm going to do Eldritch Blast to the guy who's sitting there at the table. That is a 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Sweet. That is 7 points of damage. And then I'm going to do my action surge, and I'm going to hold my Sanctuary spell for Trog for when he jumps through the window. I'm going to cast that on him.
Cool. Okay, so then that, Trog, you hear Kid's blast go off. You hear it make contact. And then you can let loose your sleep spell.
Alright. So any creature then that has less than 34 HP falls asleep.
Okay. So that is going to be Let me see if I can give them an aura. I'll just make them blue. Oh, there we go. Okay, they got a little blue circle. They have a little blue circle. They are asleep.
So just
Oh wait, do they
one
need?
of them.
Do they need to make a saving throw, or is it just?
It's just, I believe. Let me make. Any creature within 20 feet within range is affected, and yeah, it's anyone less than 34.
Within 20 feet. Let's see, 2.5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Okay, so those three guys are asleep. The three with the blue circles now asleep.
I'm afraid to ask, but do we have to worry about the dire badgers, the horse, the crow? I think is the crow just dead as it just lands on the roof?
No, I would.
He's
I
definitely
think.
a targeted creature.
I think the horse and the dire badgers are out of range anyway. 20
Okay,
feet.
all right, good.
The horse might not be. The horse is asleep too.
That's fine. He deserves a rest.
The dire badgers though are out of range.
Is that why the guy at the table's not asleep as well?
Oh,
Guy
there's a
at the table. I would say yeah, he's out of range, but it wouldn't have applied to him. Mooney, you were holding your action, right? So what was it you were gonna do?
Yeah, so once Trog is finished with his turn, I'm going to jump straight through the window. Land.
The window's actually where kids. Boom, you jump through.
Land super powerfully, and then I'm going to wild shape into a giant hyena.
Fucking hell.
And
All right.
to end my turn, I would just like to take a bite at the dude on the table.
Okay, good.
That is a 13 to hit.
A 13 does not hit.
Okay. Yep, so jump in, take my bite, miss, I'm just not close enough, and I'll end my turn there, just staring at the dude.
Yeah, you're just a bit more focused. You wanted the flare, but you sort of, threw off a little bit.
I was trying to show off to the
Okay, which brings
badgers,
us to-
but it didn't work.
Yeah. Brings us back to the top of the round. So that guy is asleep. And Mooney, it's your turn again.
Yet again, another bite at the same dude, and that is a 15.
15 does hit.
13 points of damage.
13. All right.
Wow.
That is a hefty hit.
Yeah, plus the 7
Okay.
I did.
So yeah, this time you've gotten your bearings a little bit better. You're a bit more steady on your feet. You do get a nice bite. He's sort of standing on the table. So you get a nice bite sort of on his calf. Rip out a nice meaty chunk of leg meat.
Yeah, I can't tell if the other characters can notice, but when I go in for the bite, I'm just ravaging for it. I'm just pissed that somebody's putting more creatures in cages. But as I jump back with the blood in my mouth, I'm kind of spitting it out.
I think the badgers, now that there's like blood being spilled, the badgers are going a lot more crazy. Okay, next up is going to be this guy. Okay, so this guy, he's going to use his movement, seeing a giant hyena now inside. He's going to make his way around the table and take a swing at Mooney. And that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, good try. No way. Yeah, it's only a 12.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 19, so. You are going to take, my friend, 6 points of slashing damage.
I'll take those points and I'm just going to laugh it off like a hyena, like a giant hyena.
Very unnerving for the rest of you.
That means nothing to me.
I think probably most of you probably haven't seen a hyena before. And that's going to bring us back to our team.
All right. So now that I've got a guy lined up in the window, I'm going to shoot the guy that just attacked the giant hyena that is Mooney. Again, poison arrow. Sending one through that bitch.
All right.
23 to hit.
Yep, that hits. And he did fail his constitution. And he said that's
All right.
2d4 of damage, right?
So do
Yep.
2d4.
Plus your normal
Right.
damage, yeah.
8 points of damage.
8 points. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, sink another arrow in. Hit this guy. It hits his armor, but it does pierce through. And the poison starts to take effect. Next guy is asleep. Next guy is going to come out. Going to open the door, come out from this room. Sort of see the situation. He sees a hyena. He doesn't see Trog and Archie because they're outside. He can see Kid through the window from his angle. But he's going to go with the more immediate threat of the massive hyena that's in his face, and he's going to shoot an arrow at it, which is going to be a big fat 3.
So he has a hard time shooting around the guy between him and his target.
He shoots that dude straight in the face.
I know what you're thinking. It's not going to work on me. Now he comes out. He's a bit freaked out. Obviously, surprise attack, big hyena. Badgers going crazy. They're making like a terrible noise. Let loose an arrow. Just goes a bit wide. Sinks into the wall.
Could you recreate that noise for us?
Well, the badger's going wild.
Mm-hmm.
Only if you ask me politely.
Could you please make the noise that the badgers are making, please?
Please.
Please,
I will
Dad?
when it's their turn. I will when it's their turn.
Please, Daddy.
Just be patient. Be patient. It's not their turn yet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next up is the guy on the table. Guy on the table just got a big chunk taken out of his leg. He's getting the fuck out of here. He's going to move over to
Opportunity
here.
attack.
Yeah,
That's true. You do get an opportunity attack. Oh, you know what? I forgot he has this ability. I'm actually going to have him use his bonus action to disengage.
Ooh.
I forgot about that.
Fighter.
Yeah. So, well, you would think. And he is going to cast a spell.
What? A spell?
That's not allowed
Spell.
here.
No.
I'm sorry. So,
That's illegal.
not where he comes from. So suddenly around Mooney, in almost like a circular cage around him, there's this green wall of energy surrounding Mooney. And that's going to be his turn. And we are up to Trog.
I'm going to peek my head through the window and look at the guy that just cast the spell. And I'm going to do vicious mockery. Say, holy shit, there's the ugliest hole in the brothel.
That'll show him.
What do I have to roll for that one?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. He only rolled a 2. It's not going to be high enough.
Takes 3 points of psychic damage.
He, as you shout this through the window, he almost does a double take. Not quite believing if he just saw a frog. Call him a whore.
Insult him.
Call him an ugly whore.
Yeah. Not quite believing his eyes. Okay,
He
so he
also
takes
has disadvantage on the next attack roll.
disadvantage on the next attack roll. Okay. I will mark that with a red circle so I remember. Red is disadvantage. Which brings us up to Bandit 1, who is asleep. Kid. Yep.
Can I see Trog from where I am? From one window to the other?
It depends, Trog. Did you duck back down behind the window after you were done mocking the guy?
No, I'm right there. I'm looking at him.
Then yeah, you can see him.
All right.
Trog's
In that
with the
case, I'm
shit.
going to use that. I'm going to use that spell that I would otherwise waste. Unless I can cast it on Derek. I don't know if I can switch from one target to the other. I don't know.
I would say you were holding your action to cast the spell. I'll let you switch targets if you'd like.
Okay, in that case, thank you. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Derek in that case. So anytime something tries to take a swing at him and it fails a Wisdom saving throw, it has to swing at the next closest thing. So, and if that was my action from last turn, with my action for this turn, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast to the guy who's currently attacking Derek.
Okay, go for
it. 13.
13 hit.
That hits?
13 hits. The guy attacking Derek, yeah.
Holy cow. Okay. 5 points of damage.
5?
Yes.
Okay, 5 points. Next up, we have our badgers. The badgers are in one small cramped cage. They're getting real excited about the bloodshed, and they're starting to sort of bash their heads into like the locked door. Let me roll some damage for that real quick. Okay, so they don't manage to break out of the cage yet, but it's getting real shaky in there.
Oh boy.
Which leads us back to the top of the round. Bandit 2 still asleep. It is Mooney.
Okay, so I have this green bubble thing around me. Can I tell what it is at all?
It's almost like a cylinder, sort of crackling green energy. You can examine it, but it would take your action.
I just want to run. I'd like to run behind the one that just swung at me and try to kick him into it if I can leave it.
Okay. Okay, you pass right through it. Run behind the guy, and then you want to shove him.
I'll just bite as long as I'm away from the cylinder.
Okay. Yeah, you're out of the cylinder. So
17.
17 hits.
And that'll be 9 points.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay. 9 points of damage. Okay, this guy's looking pretty rough at this point. And it is, in fact, his turn. He's just going to spin around, take a return swing at you with his scimitar. Is going to be a
Wisdom
13.
Saving. You have to do a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you're right. Okay. What DC do I have to beat?
But his number to beat is 13.
15. With Wisdom. 14. Just fails it. What's the guy do if it fails? He swings at something else.
Did he roll a 14, you said?
Only a 14, yeah.
He beats it then. He only had to beat. He only had to do higher. No, 13. Sorry.
Okay, he rolled a 13 to hit, which does hit, right?
Yeah, that hits. I'm at a 12.
Okay, you are going to take 7 points of damage. Switches us up to bow and arrow guy. Bow and arrow guy, noticing Kid casting spells through the window, he's gonna try and shoot an arrow through the window at Kid, which is going to be a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Doesn't it? Okay. Guy takes aim, sends another arrow out the window, goes wide of you. So old guy's going to cast Mage Hand. So this small purple hand suddenly materializes in the air. And the hand is going to go over and he's going to unlock the pages. It's going to open the door.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And using his bonus action again, he's going to dash into the room that the bow and arrow bandit had just come out of.
The bow and arrow bandit.
He's just the guy with the bow. I don't know what to call him. Bandit number 4, if you really want to see the nameplates.
That sounds less cool.
I'd rather
Yeah, I know. He's the bow and arrow bandit. Rob, you're up.
The old man When he's run, I want to cast Vicious Mockery again at him and say, "You run like a girl."
Did you skip me, Ian?
Oh, I did, actually. Yeah, before you're allowed to do that, Trog, it's Archie's turn.
Sorry, buddy, but
I'll reset Bandit, old man, back to where he was if you wanted to attack him.
actually, yeah, I kind of do. Can I get an arrow on him from where I'm standing? If
Where
I
he
move
is,
over,
and I'd say
if
yeah.
I
From
move
your
like
angle,
here, okay,
yeah.
all right. Poison arrow through the window. Oof.
Oh, I
He
forgot
misses.
that guy takes the other guy takes. It was his turn. He has to do another Constitution saving throw as well, right? It's every turn until he beats it. Yeah. Okay, so that was 11, so not good enough. I guess I'll just roll the 2d4. Yeah, took 8 damage from the poison.
Jesus.
So this guy,
Who was this?
after his
Fucking
turn,
right.
this is the guy that was attacking.
Mooney. Yep.
The magic guy?
No.
The guy with the scimitar.
Other guy. Okay. Yep. Gotcha.
So this guy, I'll say it happened before his turn, but he's looking very unsteady on his feet. And he sort of vomits a little bit as the poison is going deeper into his body. He's not down, but he's very woozy. Okay, and then you said the other attack missed, right?
Yeah, I missed. There was a 3 to hit.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so then it would be this guy's turn. So now he's going to do all those things I just said. And now we're back to Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he's running away, I want to say he runs like a girl.
Right, okay, and then he got a... It's going to be less than 10, so...
He takes 4 points of psychic damage. Also has disadvantage again.
Again, disadvantage. Got it. Which brings us to Bandit 1, who is asleep still. Ken, you're up.
Okay. I am. Wait. I don't have a line of sight on the magic guy anymore because he went into
The
that
magic
back room.
guy went to the back room, so you can't see him anymore.
Okay. And in that case, the one who is closest to me, who is unsteady on his feet, I am going to. I'm actually going to jump in through the window, and I'm going to take a swing at him with my greatsword.
All right, go for it.
That is a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 10 points of damage.
He dead.
And there's a little bit of flame, a little bit of fire that comes off. And when he falls with the rest of my speed, I don't know how much further I can get, but I'd want to try to get like toward the direction of the bowman.
I'll say you can get to where you're at now, yeah.
Okay.
Seems
Yep.
about right.
And that's where I am going to end my turn.
Well, now that the cage is unlocked, Mr. Dire Badger number 2, he's number 1 actually, seeing that the cage is unlocked, is heading straight for you now that you're in the room, kid.
I knew it was coming, but it is what it is.
So this Dire Badger is going to make a multi-attack.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Which is a 23 to hit. He rolled real
Oh
good.
yeah. Oh fuck! I fucked up. I fucked up.
You should have stayed out of the room, you fucker.
I should have.
So first attack is going to be a bite, which is going to do 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Then he's going to attack you with his claws, which is going to be a 19.
Fuck, that also hits.
Which does 4 points of slashing damage.
This was the worst thing I could have done.
The second Dire Badger is going straight for Mooney. Whoop, I just made him really fat for some reason. That's okay.
Oh, shit.
Also going to make a multi.
Oh, shit. Is he giant also? Jesus.
He's the size of you, untransformed. It's amazing they fit him in that small cage. Same multi-attack. First one is an 11 with the bite. Okay, second one is also an 11.
Nope.
So this dire badger, he tries to swipe at you, tries to take a chunk out of you, but you're just too nimble on your feet and you manage to dodge out of the way.
Badger, why? We already talked.
How long does speak with animals last? It's probably still on. All the badger says is kill. Okay, so we are back up to that guy's asleep still. Mooney.
Has the green cylinder, has that done anything at this point? Or is it just kind of just
as far as you can tell, no. So just flickering, looking ominous.
All right, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to attack the badger that just hit the kid twice.
Okay, you're going to take an attack of opportunity.
From the other badger?
Yeah, from the one next to you.
Yep, I'm taking it.
Okay, that is a 17.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, it's going to use his bite attack. It's going to give you a nice little chomp on the way out. You are going to take 6 points of damage.
Jesus Christ. I was not expecting that.
Not just badgers, they're dire badgers.
All right, and then I'm going to...
These ain't your garden variety badgers.
Swipe the badger that attacked the kid. That is a 13.
Doesn't hit.
What? All right. Well, yeah, that's all I'm doing. Just going for a bite, just trying to get its rage build onto me.
All right, we're up to... Oh, that guy's dead. Archie.
All right, I'm going to take can I hit the archer, the bow and arrow bandit from where I'm standing?
You can hit the bow and arrow bandit.
I'm going to send a bow and arrow, or well, just an arrow at the bow and arrow bandit. It is again one of the poison boys. I believe I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be my fourth one. So after this, I'll have one left. That is a 3 again. So
doesn't hit. Goes just wide. Yeah. Bow and arrow bandit. He's getting a little annoyed at all these arrows coming through. He's going to shoot a shot right back at you, which is a 16 to hit. All right. Bow is going to be the piercing damage. You are going to take a big fat 4 points of damage.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, gosh. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
All right, Specialist's turn. He's going to poke his head back out around. He's going to pull out a short bow and send an arrow into the back of the kid.
A douche nozzle.
Rolling so good tonight. He just got a 19 to hit.
Oh, that is. Oh, no.
Oh, he does have disadvantage here, right?
Disadvantage? Oh.
second was a 4. Misses.
Oh, thank God. I love you tonight. Thank you.
But using the rest of his movement, he's going to duck back around the corner again. But he no longer has that disadvantage. And it is now Krog's turn.
I'm going to yell at one of the badgers. Just going to say, it's one ugly fucking badger there. And vicious mockery.
You got a 12.
Alright. It takes 4 psychic damage and has disadvantage. The only thing I don't have that isn't like a wide area is vicious mockery. So until all the other people are up and not asleep, I'm just going to be slewing insults at everyone.
Until they're dead.
Just talking shit through the window. You fucking
Dire
idiot.
Badger one. Well, you say that. It is now Dire Badger's one's turn. And seeing you as the source of his damage, enrages him. So he is coming out this window.
Oh, fuck.
Wait,
He's
who's moving?
Dire Badger 1. So you both get an attack of opportunity. Mooney and
Right,
Kid.
yeah.
But he's enraged. He doesn't care. 17 hits.
I got a natural 20.
11 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, they both hit.
20, baby.
11 points of damage for me.
11 points. Damn, that's a hefty hit.
Well, is it halved because it's raging?
No, it's not under like that kind of rage.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just more,
Yep, so 11
just
points.
more narratively enraged.
Do I get double damage since it's an opportunity attack?
I think you do.
Natural 20.
Because I got
I think
a.
natural 20 is always.
That was a 15 damage, so I guess 30.
15 damage.
That was 15 damage for that bite.
Dead? Is it dead?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is dead.
Cool.
15 points, fucking hell.
Yeah, 2d6 plus 3 for biting.
Damn.
And then double
So
it.
you got, and then double it.
literally
Jesus.
the best you could get.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's the Dire Badger 2's number 2's turn, excuse me. He's going to run up to Mooney. Also snarling, also very upset. Doesn't really care that his friend died. He's just upset at the world in general. And he's going for a multi-attack. First one is a 17.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're going to take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Second one is also a 17.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take... what do I enter that? Plus 1... 8 points of slashing damage. Which brings us back up to your turn.
I will just... I'm just going to try to take this one out now. That's a 19 to hit. And that is 12 points of damage from the bite.
Archie, you're up.
I'm gonna take my last poison arrow, and I'm gonna try to send it in at the bow and arrow bandit. 19 to hit.
Does indeed.
All right. Hit me with that sweet constitution. Also, is my boy the kid within 5 feet of that little guy, that feller?
He's just a bit outside 5 feet.
Oh, cocksucker. The best part of being a fucking rogue is having that sneak attack, and I've yet to really get to use it.
You do get the bonus. You get the bonus poison damage, though.
I do. Okay, cool. So, 10 points of damage.
Points of damage. Alrighty. So this time, you had a few misses, but this one sinks almost straight into his chest. He's still standing, but just barely. Okay, next up is our old man, who you can't see.
How long are these people sleeping?
That's a minute, I think, doesn't it?
Which is
That's
what,
10,
10
right?
rounds of...
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 whole rounds. They take damage.
God, a minute is so long in D&D. Like...
Yeah. But if you think of like a real quote unquote fight.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, a real fight would go, like, yeah.
Last well before a minute, yeah.
Yeah. And most of these attacks would have happened simultaneously.
Right.
Yeah. Old Bandit's turn is over. Can't see him. Can't see what he did.
Oh, fuck. What did he do? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Trog, you're up.
The bow and arrow bandit. I'm gonna yell out to him, "You're the reason that Mind Flayer starved to death."
He rolled a 3.
That's fucking brutal.
Another 4 and disadvantage.
Well, the emotional pain of what you said was too great. He's dead.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking awesome.
He as soon as he hears those words, he just keels over.
God, I just want to. I want to get into a fight at a bar so bad. Just call somebody a big stupid bitch and they die. How amazing! How
They just-
incredible!
Oh, God.
You dumb bitch.
Yeah, but
no!
imagine getting arrested for murder because you called someone a name and then they died.
A big stupid bitch.
At that point, I'd be.
I saw it, you're up.
I'd be a supervillain. I'd be doing it to everybody.
Amendment, bitches. Do you think the First Amendment would still
Honor?
apply if you could literally kill people with your words?
I don't know.
You still get freedom of speech in that case? Anyway, it's your turn, kid.
Is mine okay? I am going to move up to this guy and take whatever weapons that he has. I want to move over to this guy and do the same thing. I don't know what I can do as a single turn, but I wanted to take their weapons and throw them out this window.
I would say you can do one per turn because bending down. I mean, their weapons are still like. I mean, they never had the chance to really draw them. So bending down, getting all that stuff out. I'd say you could do one per action.
All right. Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. Is I'll grab his weapons and then I'll run to the window, throw them out the window, and then I'll wait in my next turn to grab the next guy's stuff.
So Archie and Trog, you see a little light crossbow and a short sword flying out the window.
And as a bonus action, I am going to cast Second Wind, and I get 10 HP back, so I'm back to full health.
Okay. Next up is our good friend the Badger. Stowed us right in Mooney's face. Going to take another multi-attack on him. First one is a 13.
Yes.
That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I'm almost dead.
Second one is a 13 again, which is going to be...
Is that
5.
spell only a one-time thing?
What spell?
My
Andrew?
Sanctuary,
Yeah.
it no longer applies. I didn't realize that as soon as he attacks, that spell means nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it was a complete waste.
Anyway, the second claw attack, you take 5 points of damage.
Okay. It's still a giant hyena, but I am low on health.
Well, it is your turn now, so...
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to try to finish this badger off. Just one more bite attack. And that
So what you're saying is you're going to try to finish him off with your mouth?
Yes, but I want to do like the other one. I don't want to take a bite. I just want to swallow it whole. That's what I did with the first badger.
Roll the hit first.
That's a 20.
1. You choked it
Yeah,
out.
that 20 does hit. Natural 20? Or just...
No, it was
bonuses?
a 15 plus 5.
A dirty
Okay.
20.
A dirty 20. And that's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You do take another hefty chunk out of him. Still alive, still angry.
How the fuck? All right.
We're back up to Archie.
Great. Well, I guess I'm going to center myself on the window again so I can see the badger. And
I'm in the way.
I would are you in the way?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him 3/4. I'm gonna give him cover, 3/4 cover.
So my goal was to throw the stuff out and then I'd be occupying the same space as the second guy who was down because I'm planning on disarming him. So it'd be up to you whether you want me to be in the way or not. But I'm not right in the window.
Oh, but Mooney's definitely in the way.
Oh, okay.
So
You know
he's
what?
gonna have 3/4 cover if you try to snipe him.
Let me change that then. I'm going to use my I'm going to run in. I'd like to enter the building. I'd like to run and jump through the window.
I kind of want to make you roll acrobatics for it because you're so short.
Okay.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics to do a diving leap roll through the window.
Be a motherfucking 21.
Yeah, no problems.
It looks beautiful.
You do a short sprint, almost a forward dive into a roll. And you're back on your feet before anyone can even tell what happened.
I want to look around the room and realizing that is this door closed or open?
The door's open.
Old man, it's open.
It's open,
I'd
so
like
you
to
can't
use-
see the entire room, but you can sort of see, the inside.
I would like to use my cunning action to dash into the room.
Okay. So you run in, cunning action, dash in. You can now see the entire room. But you don't see an old man.
Ah,
I don't see an old man.
You don't see an
he
old man.
teleported.
You do see a trap door.
Oh, I see a trap door.
You sure do.
Okay. Do I have any movement left?
I'd say you could get to the trap door. That's probably about as far as
I
you
would
can go.
like to get to the trap door.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell out to the boys, "Hey, boys!" Oh, wait a minute. Let me fix that.
Hey, ya boys!
It's a me.
It's the me!
It's the me, Mario. Hey, fellas, there's a trap door in here.
We should just take this one thing at a time, maybe?
Busy.
Yeah, it's kids. Your turn's up anyway.
All right,
Oh no,
I'm
Trog.
going
Sorry,
to disarm.
I lied. It's Trog's turn.
I'm gonna yell at the badger. The only thing that smells worse than a dead badger is a live badger.
He rolled a nat 20. He's just so angry that no words can pierce his
He doesn't believe
tiny
you.
peanut brain. Yeah. He's like, bitch, I'm fabulous.
After I yell at him, can I actually hop into the building? Then,
Yes. You may also hop into the building.
and I do want to ready my rapier.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm going to use my action to check this guy for any of his weapons. I'm going to do the same deal, throw them all out the window. As a bonus action, are there shutters?
No, it's just an open window.
Okay, then with the rest of my speed, I'm going to go up to where Mooney is. I don't know how far I can go, but my goal is to get ready to attack this thing on my next turn.
Okay. Yeah, you can get up that far.
All right.
Badger's turn. Badger's still pissed off. Gonna take another chunk at Mooney. First attack is a natural 20.
I'm dead no matter what.
Well, you're just going to revert back to your normal form.
No, I'm dead. I'm not coming back.
Well, the first
That's the only
attack
reason I
is
chose not to help you and disarm everyone else, because I figured you'd have. This is all
First attack is
extra
10 damage.
HP for you.
How much damage was it?
10.
Oh, yeah. I only had 4 HP left.
Okay, so you'll take the 4 on that, and you'll take the spillover 6 damage.
Gotcha.
And then this second attack is in 18 to hit. And you are going to take, ooh, that was good, 9 points of damage.
Don't say good. All right.
I like the Badgers, man. I'm rooting for the Badgers.
These badgers suck.
We don't need no stinking bad.
We don't need no stinking Badgers. Mooney, you're up.
Are you back to being Mooney now?
I am back to Mooney, and I am low. You know what? Screw it.
Oh, you didn't take
out,
Sharia law?
No Sharia law. I pull up my great club.
All right. Give it a
and
swing.
bash it. And that is a 13. That misses.
Doesn't hit.
Fuck.
Yeah, the shock of suddenly taking so much damage and being back to Mooney.
Mm-hmm.
You're a bit unsteady on your feet as you swing the great club down. Which brings us back to Archie.
All right. I'm in. I'm opening the trap door. I'm going down.
Yeah, you open the trap door. Sorry, no map for the bottom part. You go down like a 10-foot ladder or so. And you're in this, you don't have dark vision. You can't really see anything. It's just this dark, unlit, dirt floor, stone basement.
There's no light.
No light.
I'm gonna light my lantern. I have a hooded lantern. What can I see?
Okay, you light your lantern. There's a table down there. It functions almost like a whatever like old timey people would have used as like cold storage, whatever you would call it. There's some shelves along the wall, like some old tattered, falling apart bookcases and such. There are on the table some sacks, some boxes, some various papers.
Is there any offshoots to this tunnel?
Is there any what?
Like, does it like? Is there anywhere you can go from this little room that I've entered?
Roll me a investigation.
It'll be a 7.
Oh no!
Just with your quick look around, there's nothing that you can see straight away.
All right, that's my turn. I'm just gonna keep looking to see if there's anywhere this old man could have gone or where he's hiding.
Okay. Brings us back to Trogman.
Could I go and attack the badger?
Yeah, sure.
So as a bonus action, I want to apply my poison to my rapier, and then go to stab it.
Okay, give us that.
Flank him, so then you can get advantage.
Yeah, if you are flanking him.
Yeah,
Well, no, I guess, yeah, if you want to go all the way behind him, flank him.
yeah. I'm gonna do that. 17 to hit.
Does hit.
It takes 18 damage total.
So you hop around the back of this raging dire badger, and it senses you coming around it, and it turns around to snarl at you right as you stab it through its open mouth. And the dire badger is no more. I guess we'll drop initiative then. Everyone else is incapacitated. Everyone else is still asleep.
Cool. I'm gonna disarm the last guy that I haven't disarmed yet, and then we should try to get these guys all tied up, and then follow Arch because I don't like that. I don't like that he's there by himself, wherever he is. So,
Okay, so yeah, you can throw the weapons out.
Oh yeah, I'll start grabbing some of my rope and start tying up what I can. Thank you,
all right,
Randy.
You guys watch them. You guys take care of them. I'm gonna run into the back room that Archery had ran into. And,
okay, same deal. You can run in, hop down the trapdoor. You see the same stuff I described before.
Oh, you're okay. All right. Did you find him?
No, I haven't found him yet.
I'm gonna look around also. I do have dark vision. I don't know if that helps my search at all, but
Roll me an investigation check.
Natural 20.
That's funny. Okay, so as you're investigating this downstairs storeroom, you feel a slight draft, it seems, coming from behind one of the bookcases.
Yeah. Arch, we have a secret passageway or something. Can you? I'm gonna point it out. Can you check for traps quick, and then we'll try to get it open.
I'm going to check it for traps.
Roll me another investigation.
That's better. That's better. 16.
No traps, as far as you can tell.
All right. I'm gonna push on the bookcase and see if it moves. Pull on the bookcase.
Yeah.
Try to move it out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just like an old, crappy wooden bookcase. It doesn't take much effort to sort of push it over. And lo and behold, behind this bookcase, there's a small tunnel.
All right.
Shit.
Looking down the
with my
tunnel,
dark
can we see?
Yeah. How far it goes?
By the orientation, you can see that it does. Basically, it tunnels sort of through the way an old, dilapidated field was. Or sorry, not the other way, out into the. No, sorry, I'm getting myself confused. Yeah, out towards the old, dilapidated field. Maybe about 30 to 40 feet.
Does it look like any? Do I see any tracks, or does it look like dust or anything has laid on the ground here?
Roll me another investigation.
15.
There are footprints in the dust, yeah.
Do they look new?
Yeah, I mean, the dust is disturbed, from what you can tell.
Right. Do I notice these footprints as well?
I'll point them out.
Yeah, you can both see them. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to turn to the kid. All right. Why don't you head back up, see if you can't locate that box. I'm going to take off after him.
Well, by yourself? Why don't I just tell them to ask the people sleeping when they wake up for the box, and we'll leave them here, and then you and I can go together.
All right. Sounds good. But we can't be dillying around.
I'm just gonna holler up the stairs. Hey, we're gonna chase them. You guys stay here, see what you can find. And then I'm just gonna head down.
Yep. Take off down the tunnel. And I'm using my dash. I'm going as fast as I can.
Yeah, same thing.
I'll say you guys can dash all the way to the end of the tunnel. There's another ladder going It ends at kind of like this dirt wall, another ladder going up to what you can see is another trapdoor.
Is it open or closed? The
That
trapdoor.
trapdoor is open.
Okay, I'm going up. I'm keep going.
And when I get up following him, I'm going to close the trapdoor behind me and see if there's a way that I can lock it or anything from up top. Just in case he was invisible and he's just letting us clear the way for him. So I'm going to make sure that he can't come through if he's behind us somehow.
From the outside, there's no lock. The lock would be on the inside.
All right, I'm just going to close it then. If there's a rock nearby, I'll just pile rockets too.
There's some like fallen logs you could roll over it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, well, you do pop up sort of, I don't know if you can see, kind of just in this part of the wooded area. Pop up, you don't see anybody.
Any footprints or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm going to help.
Roll me another investigation since you're out and sort of the woods now.
Can we do survival?
Yeah, actually, survival would probably be better. Yeah.
12?
Natural 20.
Well, then after 20, you can see some traces of footprints making their way through the woods.
All right, I'm going to keep following this trail. We can't let him get away.
Okay, well, you guys are out on the trail. Mooney and Trog. You guys are still in the house. You got some sleeping bandits tied up.
You all right there, my furry friend?
Yes, I'm better now. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds. I'll heal that in a second. Yeah, after I heal, just gonna say, maybe we should start looking.
I agree with you. Have we heard the crow at all?
I haven't noticed.
Yeah, I think we, let's, look around here. I don't know where the other guys, I know they were going downstairs, but I don't hear nothing from them, so maybe go check out down there.
Yeah, should we roll an investigation or anything up top? Is there anything worth looking at?
Nah, I mean, up top is pretty sparse. I mean, there's some barrels and a few crates. Looks like to be mostly just supplies of food and water and stuff.
All right. I'm going to heal myself. That's 10 points. And then I'd climb down the trap door and just start investigating. So we find any kind of small box.
Yeah, so you and Trog both go downstairs. You search around. Seems like this bottom area is where they would tend to hold most of the valuable things of value they would have. You do find a sack on the table, which does contain several things, among them being a small wooden box with sort of a lily inlaid on the top.
Oh, how beautiful. Do you have room, or
Also,
I could throw it in my loincloth?
well,
Well,
also in this bag, let me just tell you the whole thing, everything you find. Also in this bag, you find a very well-crafted, looks to be iron dagger, a vial of some brown liquid, somewhat thick, very viscous brown liquid, a very thick golden chain with a golden lion emblem, another small bag within this burlap sack, as well as one small black glass bead has some sort of golden inlays within it. And those are all in the same sack with this wooden box.
what, so, I know I'm not exactly very magical, but do I sense any magic from them? Like any weird feeling?
Roll me an Arcana check.
13.
Yeah, you can't necessarily feel much magic emanating from them, but with these several objects together, you wouldn't be able to necessarily tell which ones are magic and which ones aren't. But you do get a very faint, like, aura emanating off the group of them together.
Yeah, the sack is probably about the size that I am, so it might be best option for you to carry it.
Yeah, yes, no problem. I can carry it in my hand. Real quick, I want to pull out the brown liquid. This, you think, alcohol? I'm gonna start shaking around a bit.
I mean,
You shake it; it doesn't move much. It's very sludgy.
I've seen some pretty thick stuff. Give it the old smell check.
Okay. Take off, light it if there's a lid or something. Sniff it.
Explosion instantly.
It does have the faint smell of gasoline. Not that you would know what that was, but
It smells kind of similar to the taste. What do you think? You want a?
I don't know. I mean, are you thirsty? Is that why you
I mean,
you want to drink this?
I've been through a lot. I wouldn't mind. If we're too busy, it doesn't matter. But I will drink it eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought you were gonna say now.
If we're too busy, it doesn't matter. I will drink it now.
yeah. I mean, if you want to take a swig, I'll take a swig here with you. But I mean, we do got some other things we gotta do, and I don't know where the guys are at, and if they might be a little slighted if we end up we drank that without them, and then they didn't want to drink it, and it's all gone. It might be the best course to just wait a little bit, and then maybe we can divvy it up.
That is a good point.
Oh.
We are like a family now, so no need to lie about this. I will put it away.
Man, we don't lie to
Sounds
each
like
other.
Fuck it out. All right, switching back to Kid and Archie. You're following the tracks. You're still going through the forest until you get to a point the tracks just suddenly end.
We just end. Nothing.
Just end. Nothing.
I'd like to
as
look
far as you
around
can tell.
again.
I look up.
Is there any sign of a cart? Is there any sign of, like, horse, like, animal tracks?
Give me another survival.
I'm assisting. I either give him advantage or also roll.
So you guys also have bardic inspiration.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, we do have that.
I forgot about that. What's
I forgot
that,
about
a
that too.
D6?
1d6, yeah.
Yeah, I rolled an 18.
I rolled
18.
a 13.
13. There are, in fact, horse tracks.
Oh my god.
The horse will sleep.
Alright, well, it looks like he got away from us. So you know what we're going to have to do? We'll have to go back and cover the tracks. Hopefully he didn't get off with the box. Hopefully the boys back there figured something out. But we gotta burn this house to the fucking ground, boys.
Arch, whoever that guy was, he was the one who was in charge of identifying these things. He had to have been with the magic that he knew.
Had to be.
And there's no way
Absolutely.
that I mean, he would have known what this box was. Not that I guess it matters, but yeah, let's. I'm gonna cover up our tracks, see if we can wipe them away as we back the way we had come.
Yep.
Sure. Okay, you guys take your time and sort of cover your tracks as you head back. Eventually, you do back through the tunnel. Also, yeah, Mooney and Trog, you guys also would have seen this tunnel since they moved the bookcase out of the way. So as they come back down the trapdoor, you can see them approaching this.
All right. I'm assuming the people have woken up.
Yeah, you can hear them a bit. They're tied upstairs. They're kind of shouting, struggling around.
All right.
I'm gonna look at the kid and I'm gonna say, you know we're gonna have to kill them all, right?
Yeah, and we should probably get Mooney out of the house before we do that.
Get them going, and we'll do the humane thing. We ain't gonna burn them alive. That's kind of fucked up.
Well, but we want to make sure that we're sending a message. If this is going to be from the chain, we want to make sure that it's...
All right. We'll drag the corpses outside, string them up by some trees.
Well, I had a couple creative.
Shove a pole up his ass.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could cut the heads off of some of the badgers and like put them on the bodies, one or two of the bodies. I don't know.
It's gonna be fucking
We
greasy.
could hang him from the house and light the place on fire.
Right.
Well, we got Mooney out before we do any of that, so.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We're going to have to talk to these guys first. I don't know how long we want to stay because they might be coming back with some friends.
Right.
But all right, we're going to go into the room. What'd you guys find while we were gone? We didn't find our guy, by the way, so we're going to have to take off here soon.
Well, we found a box. The box is in our possession. Well, we got this dagger thing. I don't know.
And a really good drink.
Yeah. Mooney found this vial of liquid. I told him he could drink it here in a little bit once he found you guys. So he's really itching for it. So you might want to let him do that before he gets a little.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the box that you guys found, is that the one that we were looking for? A little jewelry box with the carving on it.
Yeah. It's got the carving on it.
It's not empty, right? There's something in there.
Well, I didn't open it.
Well, now that you mention it, oddly enough, there's no noticeable seams on it. It doesn't appear like it can be opened.
He told us not to open it, like explicitly, didn't he?
Oh, did he? I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
It doesn't matter. We were told to bring the box back. We're going to do that. So,
Yep.
I'm gonna hold it. You can't open. Should I hit on wall?
No, that's all right. We're going to make sure we bring it back in one piece. Actually, Mooney, I can take that from you if you wouldn't mind. I'll keep it in the vessel if worst comes to worst.
Sure.
All right, what else is in this sack? And I'm gonna kind of go over and start looking.
Well, there was something in here that might catch your eye. I know you got that other necklace, but there's another necklace
Which I have now pulled out of my sack and put on, as well as the gold ring that I'm wearing as a pinky ring.
I think we should go over our spoils after we leave, because right now we gotta talk to these folks and wrap things up here.
Oh,
Yeah, we can do
you're
that.
not wrong.
Can I take that dagger though?
What's that?
Can I take the dagger?
Oh, I don't see why not. It's yours.
All right. Let's get in there. Hey Mooney, you want to go? Is that horse still over near the side?
Yes, as far as I know, it was sleeping.
It's awake now.
It's awake.
It's been past a minute.
It says hello.
Can you turn into a horse?
Oh
Still?
yes.
Or
I still have one left over.
Archie, I mean, it was several hours to get here. Do you think that we can catch up with this guy on the road?
We'd have to be moving. I mean, he's got, Lord knows what kind of a head start he has on us. I don't think we'll catch him before we get to town. We don't have that much time. However, we do have enough time to interrogate these assholes. And
before anyone gets back. All right. Well,
friend, go hang out with the horse. We gotta talk to these guys and you know, maybe do some some earmuffs out there.
Oh yes, sure. No problem. The horse and I will share the drink.
Jesus Christ, don't give the horse the drink. And do we maybe want to save the interrogation for next session? Because Lord knows how our interrogation sessions get.
Yeah.
That's up to you guys, but
yeah, we can hold those out for next session. I will put the items. I made a new thing. You guys haven't technically identified them yet, but I'm just going to put them in there so I don't forget. I assume because you can identify things in a short rest. So I presume you're going to do that on your way back to the city.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop the item cards into the brand new channel named Item Cards.
Dope.
And you can peruse them at your leisure.
Archie is amassing a jewelry collection.
The bag, by the way, was, and I don't have one for that one, but the bag was a bag of holding.
A good old bag of holding. Hey,
That's great.
That's like the most important thing for any campaign.
I mean,
it covers
my vessel
it
is kind of a bag of holding.
Kind of, but like
I can only use it sometimes. 3
right,
times.
and having a bag, yeah.
I don't have a card for the drink. The drink is, if someone wants to write it down, oil of slipperiness.
Oh
Don't
God!
drink that.
Don't drink that. The poops. Oh God, the poops.
Yeah.
Well,
So you can look at the item. You can look at the item cards now if you want. If you don't want to spoil yourself until the next session, just wait. But they're not there.
he's gonna drink it. Him and the horse are gonna drink it.
I think none of the items. None of the items you got are like earth-shatteringly strong, but I think they're fun. So.
Hey, and we need fun magic items.
Archie, you're gonna,
fucking
you're,
good
gonna, you're gonna have a good time with that fucking necklace, I think.
I hope so. That was a fun game, guys. Good combat.